3, 2, go.
All right. Well, good evening and welcome to week 3 of Cover1 Live right here on SanAngeloLive.com. I'm Manny Diaz, joined alongside my partner in crime,
Christian Gabaldon.
Yes, the former San Angelo Central wide receiver, 2018 and 2019. I wish we had you for one more year. That'd be fun to watch. Nonetheless, guys, we have a fantastic show in store for you. This first hour is presented by our good friends at Little Caesars Pizza of San Angelo. Pizza, Little Caesars, of course. Always got to love the local sponsors and local programming. So we have a number of good games tonight. First and foremost, the Wall Hawks taking on or hosting a very good private school team out of the TAPS division, San Antonio Cornerstone Christian. Right now, I believe the Hawks down 7-0 last that we checked. Plus, the Sweetwater Mustangs in San Angelo for homecoming against our Lakeview Chiefs. We'll keep you updated on that one. Plus, a number of other games throughout West Texas, the Big Country, and of course the state of Texas. We have a ton of good games to get in touch with. With that said, we do have some updated scores to pass along to you. Joe, what do we got so far?
Here come the scores.
All righty. Right now, no score in the opening frame in Miles. Roscoe and the Roscoe Plowboys, Miles Bulldogs, no score. Garden City and Hart, no score in there. A little six-man action going on. Abilene TLCA and Panther Creek, no score. More six-man scores to run past you.
It's important to say it's Abilene TLCA.
That's what I said. Abilene TLCA. Abilene TLCA. All right, keeping it moving. All right, Highland and Blackwell, no score there. Blackwell coming off a run to the state semifinal game.
Highland up 6-0.
Oh, 6-0. I'm sorry, 6-0. The Hornets leading the Hornets in this one. The Highland leading in this one 6-0. All right, moving along. Hermley, Looters Avoca, no score in the opening frame. Keeping it moving. Strawn and Bryson right now. The Greyhounds leading Bryson 8-0 in that one. All right, very best, Robert Lee, very best. All right, the Falcons already on the scoreboard, 6-0 in the opening quarter. Erie County, Fort Davis. Now, this one out in Mertzen. We were kind of watching this one early on in the week. Fort Davis, a potential traditional powerhouse in Texas high school football in the six-man ranks. Erie County new to the six-man game this season. Right now leading 14-0. No score. Sterling City, O'Donnell. Ballinger, Colorado City, 6-0. The Bearcats. They're looking to move to 3-0 on the season, coming off a fantastic win against Breckenridge in week 2. Post and Littlefield. Tell you what, Post. This one will certainly be one to watch right here, Christian. Post, a team that lost in the Class 2A Division I state championship last season against Refugio. These guys are moving along this season, remaining undefeated so far in the season
And
right now.
Speaking of
Speaking of Refugio. Refugio for the folks down in South Texas. Edna and Refugio all knotted up at 7 in the opening frame. Moving along, I knew we were going to catch that one. Mason and San Saba. Right now the Dillas leading the Punchers 7-0. Well, we'll hope to catch a live stream of this game in this one here coming up after a while. All right, moving along. Goldthwaite only, no score in this one. Ropes, Menard, this one out in Colorado City. Ropes leading the Jackets 13-0. All right, Cross Plains and Haskell. Look at there, Christian. The Buffs leading the Tribe 14-7 in the second quarter. Man, these games are moving along.
From the control booth, I have a point of order.
Okay, Joe from the control booth. What do we got?
In this situation, it's kind of interesting because we have the Buffaloes killing the Indians.
Okay. That's Joe Hyde on the ones and twos there, having a good time. We're going to keep it going.
X's and O's.
X's and O's. I'm so sorry tonight. What else we got, Joe? Albany and Hamlin. All right, so this one was a major game that we've been watching all week long that we're going to keep our eye on. Hamlin, both of these teams state ranked Right now, Hamlin, wow. We'll hope to have some highlights from this one. 21-0. The Pipers leading the Lions in Shackelford County.
Manny, did you get my joke about the Buffaloes killing the Indians?
Perhaps.
Do you think anyone at home got it?
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, we'll keep it light tonight. Then, of course, our Lakeview Chiefs. Well, they've seen. You know, I hear the size, Christian, but this was us last week in Pecos.
And they pulled it off last week.
And then they pulled it together in the second half. I don't know. I mean,
and they're at home, so.
And mind you, this is homecoming.
Homecoming as well.
So I would hate for the Chiefs to take an L on homecoming night. Right now, the Mustangs leading 28-6. Rankin, Borden County, the Devils leading the Coyotes 12-0. In that one in the opening frame, Dumas and Perryton, the Demons all over Perryton right now, 16-0. This one also another live stream game. We'll hope to peek in on that one as well. And moving along, Eden and Ira right now, Battle of the Bulldogs, 8-0. Ira leading Eden in this one so far.
Are they really both Bulldogs?
Mm-hmm, they are.
So it's kind of like a dog fight.
Something like that.
So you might be like betting on dog fights.
Whoa,
Michael
hey.
Vick.
No, now, Joe, we were trying to keep it a PG show tonight. All right, Sonora and Cristobal, my hometown.
I'm sorry,
The
man.
Cougs.
They're not doing very well.
So this is the first ever meeting between the two squads. Right now, Bronco Nation leading the Cougars 7-0. All right, we got to keep it going, Joe. We got to keep this going. Bushland and Canadian. Canadian right now leading the Falcons 12-6 in the opening frame. Keeping it moving. Wall. This is actually San Antonio.
San Antonio.
This is actually San Antonio Cornerstone. Right now, San Antonio Cornerstone Christian leading the Hawks 7-0 out in the east end of Tom Green County.
And it's important to let you know that San Antonio.
Yes, keeping it moving, keeping it moving, keeping it moving. Holly Merkel right now, the Bearcats leading the Badgers 13-8 in the second quarter. Stanford Childress, the Bobcats on top of the Bulldogs 16-2 in the second quarter. Amarillo River Road in Wellington, the Skyrockets right now on top 12-6 in the second quarter. Okay, Wheeler Quanah right now, the Indians leading 7-2 on top of Wheeler.
How do you get 2 extra points?
A safety, Joe.
Oh,
Safety.
Okay.
Safety.
X's and O's.
Yeah, yeah. All right, what else we got? Jim Ned, Eastland.
We're waiting on the score from that. That's all we have.
Still
on the
waiting a
scores.
score.
So we're gonna have to go back to you guys and
All
go
right.
rap for a while.
All right, so Joe, if you check out in some of the live stream feed that I sent you, we do have Brownwood and China Spring right now for the folks there at home. China Spring leading Brownwood 14-0. Brownwood, of course, coming off a fantastic win last week against Midland Greenwood. Dominating, to say the least.
Yes.
We got a good look at those guys.
We did,
What did you
we
think
did.
about Brownwood in the home opener there?
Brownwood definitely showed out in the home opener against Midland for sure. Really handing it to them in their home arena.
We saw some use of the spread offense. These guys like to just throw it all over the lot. That they did. Right now, trying to pull something together. They are driving. So when Joe can get us, we were kind of preparing you for that one. Right now, the Lions in Cougar territory, China Spring, they just completed a big deep ball in that one. So as Joe kind of gets us ready for that, we are going to have a few guests on tonight. Some fellas you may know from around town. In fact, one of the guys who makes sure that takes care of us when there's a fire out around San Angelo is our San Angelo Fire Department's very own Mason Matthews. He's a sports connoisseur, a football connoisseur, so that's why we brought him on. And then, of course, a very well-known and very talented artist I like to call a good friend of mine, Gabriel Lucky. He will be joining us tonight as well around the 9 o'clock hour, so we'll look forward to Gabe coming on. And mind you, we might also have perhaps a push-up contest.
I'm not in that, am I?
So just to kind of let you in on this, Joe Hyde yesterday in our preview show suggested, perhaps challenged Mason and Gabriel to a push-up contest. And the whole deal was, and we kind of put something on it yesterday. How many push-ups you can get in 1 minute. Joe said nobody would be able to get more than 30 or 35. So we'll leave it at that. Mason is kind of kissing the guns, as we see. If you're joining us on the Snapchat, you'll see Mason on that as well. So we're going to have both Mason Matthews and Gabriel Lucky joining us on the live show here this evening. Right now, Brownwood driving. They are now in the second quarter there at Gordonwood Stadium. China Spring up 14-0. The Lions trying to keep it together in that one. Then we also have, we do have Ballinger and Colorado City. Looks like Ballinger just got on the scoreboard. They were leading 13-0, now 19-0 there in Runnels County. So Chuck Lipsy and those Ballinger Bearcats looking to move to 3-0 on the season. I tell you what, these guys, they mean business. They mean business this season. It's probably one of the better starts that we've seen from Ballinger in a very long time. So we'll hope to kind of keep you going in that one. Let's see what else we got. All right, so we'll wait to see what we got with some live streams.
Tell them where your people are.
All right, so Joe, let's go ahead and take, looks like Brownwood is about to get on the scoreboard, and that they are, if you want to take this one live.
Offensive line will take it in for his 5th rushing touchdown of the year, and the Brownwood Lions are on the board with exactly 11 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. How about that big gaping hole for Roy Schad?
Well, that was a nice answer by the offense. They came out and threw a couple passes and loosened up that defense a little bit, and you see what happens when you that defense is not able to crowd that line of scrimmage. Good job by the offense.
Here is Junior Martinez for the PAT. The freshman puts it up, and it is good. We have a timeout. 11 minutes left to go in the first half. The Brownwood Lions on the board. It's now China Spring 14 and the Brownwood Lions 7.
Presented by KOXE. Highlights tonight also presented by Angelo MRI and Eggemeyer's General Store, the best little general store in West Texas that you will find. All right, so good stuff so far. We did see Brownwood kind of get on the scoreboard early on. So Christian, we're seeing some teams kind of, it takes them a little while.
Yeah, for sure.
You've kind of been on some teams like that. We saw that certainly with you guys last season. Talk about maybe what it's like to kind of get the wheels going. Well, maybe not. It's not such a hot start, but you eventually kind of get it going. What are you guys looking for at that point from a player's perspective?
At that point, you're really looking for defense to come up big and make plays on that side, which obviously leads to offensive momentum.
Absolutely.
For the offense. So, yeah, just big plays from defense and both sides, good play calling, and you'll be in good hands for sure.
Certainly. All right. So we do have one other game that we'll be checking in on, and it's Ballinger and Colorado City right now. The Bearcats leading 20-0 on top of the Wolves there in Runnels County. We won't take that one just yet. They are kicking off. Looks like Ballinger does have the ball, so we'll kind of check in on that one in just a bit.
20-0.
We'll kind of let that one progress. We'll look for a big play, then we'll kind of join them in the north end of Runnels County. Christian, so we also saw San Angelo Central take the practice field for the first time this season.
We did.
Man, how pumped were you did you interact with some of the guys this week?
I've talked to, of course, Malachi, a couple people, Malik, and yeah, they're hype and excited. Planning to go watch them inter-squad tomorrow in the morning.
That's right. So isn't that it's Meet the Bobcats? It's tomorrow night, tomorrow evening?
Yeah, but they're not scrimmaging in the night, just COVID reasons.
Okay.
So I'm gonna watch them in the morning.
Okay, so it's an inter-squad scrimmage in the morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so yeah, all right. So there's a good chance to catch the Bobcats tomorrow evening. Meet the Bobcats is also at San Angelo Stadium tomorrow night, so good stuff from there. We are also efforting some highlights from a number of other games from around West Texas.
The Eagles, the Battle of the Eagles.
So we have, let's see, what do we got? It is San Angelo TLCA in Grape Creek.
talking.
All righty. Well, we
Eggemeyers.
all right. So as Joe kind of gets us ready for this opening highlight from Lakeview Stadium, right now. So it's homecoming there at San Angelo Stadium for the Lakeview Chiefs, and it's homecoming for the TLCA Eagles at Lakeview Stadium. How backwards does that sound? We do have a piece. It's our COVER1 preview piece of the week. It is the stadium on the north side of San Angelo. It's kind of just going back to yesteryear with the Lakeview Chiefs. Christian, I'm not sure if you know of anything. What's going on? Whatever happened at Lakeview Stadium? Did you ever get a chance to play there as a middle schooler or anything like that?
Pee Wee. I used to play there for our
Pee Wee
Super Bowl.
football.
Our Super Bowl.
That's right.
Play
Hey,
there.
yours truly, my man too.
At the Lakeview Stadium.
Lakeview Stadium. So yeah, so it's been home to a lot of it's been home to Pee Wee games, middle school games, of course, a lot of exciting Texas high school football games, a la Sterling Gilbert from the mid '90s. So he is class of 1997. One of the best quarterbacks in Lakeview football history. In fact, I'd probably make the argument he is the best quarterback in Lakeview program history. So, all right, so we do have a highlight from Lakeview Stadium with the San Angelo TLCA Eagles and the Grape Creek Eagles. Joe, roll the tape whenever you are ready, sir. All right, so we're going to get it going here. TLCA with the rock. And check it out, Harden nearly escapes, or just nearly throws an interception there. But back come the Eagles. Rodriguez. I'll tell you, this kid has the frame. Finding Humphrey, number 89, for a big catch. Look at this kid go. G to the O. Not quite yet. But then here is Rodriguez once more. He's in for 6. As the kids from the north end of Tom Green County up 6-0 in the early goings of this one. So props to our videographer, James Bellini. Boots on the ground out there at Lakeview Stadium on the north side of San Angelo. So that's a very good game that we'll also keep our eye on as well. All right, so we're at the 8:07 mark, just a little past the 8 o'clock hour. We've gone through a few scores. We've also seen a few highlights. Let's see. We do have a refresher from Brownwood. It appears China Spring is in Brownwood territory. These guys looking to kind of get back on the scoreboard to make it another 2-possession game. We'll keep you updated on that one as well.
Also looks like Jim Ned's up 14-7 on
14-7.
Eastland.
Now that's a big game. You know, Eastland, they need a win.
They really do.
I mean, it's kind of been tough for them to, or certainly anytime you play the Wall Hawks, you go down 0-1 against that that Houston Guy crew there. Last week, so they're looking to kind of bounce back and get back in the win column. Jim Ned kind of they're in the same boat. So somebody's got to win this one. Kind of what we saw with San Angelo TLCA and Grape Creek. Battle of 0-2s. Somebody's got to win.
Somebody's got to.
So somebody will walk away with the dub eventually there. So, Joe, let's take a peek let's go back to Gordonwood Stadium and with the China Spring Cougars and Brownwood Lions. Looks like China Spring is now inside the 20-yard line there. Looks like they're about at the 13. All right, so China Spring leading early on in this one, 14-7. That Brownwood defense, something like the Love You Blue, and there we go. China Spring scores again, and it is now 21-7 in this one. All right, or I'm sorry, it'll be 20-7, extra point ensuing. So we'll see what happens as we kind of move forward in this ball game. All right, so China Spring kind of asserting themselves there at the historic Gordonwood Stadium. Hopefully the Brownwood Lions have an answer of sorts for those guys. All right, also we're seeing Ballinger and Colorado City right now. The Bearcats on top of the Wolves 20-7. Shout out to a good friend Joe Guttery, who's out at the ball game there in Runnels County. Appreciate you watching, Joe. Always a good time chatting with you, my man. All right, let's see. What else we got here? Scores. All right, so let's hit the scoreboard here. Whenever you want to take that, Joe. Strawn and Bryson. What do we got there, Christian?
We got Strawn up 24-0, taking an early lead. Same with Very Best up 14-0 on Robert Lee.
Is that 14-6?
It's 14-6. 14-6.
Yes.
We need to make the fonts bigger.
Yeah, you're good.
Keep it moving, Joe.
34-14. We saw this game, Sweetwater at Lakeview.
All right, so right now, Lakeview's on the board right now. So these guys, they're not dead in the water. We saw
comeback.
They appear to be the comeback kids. You know, they did it last week in Pecos. I mean, did they have something left in the tank?
They definitely could.
This would be, last year they started off 3-0. It was the first time since the mid-'80s that they had started off that hot. So, who knows what this would be another, historic program start for them.
I really think that Lakeview needs to change its mascot name.
Why do you say that, Joe?
Well, if we can't have Redskins, why can't we have Chiefs?
Hey, we can't say that. That's just the Washington team, Joe.
Lakeview football team.
Well, we can't have the Redskins. Why do we have the Chiefs?
Hey, the Washington team.
Okay.
The Washington team. Lakeview right now trailing the Sweetwater Mustangs, the kids from Nolan County, 34-14.
I'm really depressed on the scoreboard, too.
All right, so Borden County ranking the Red Devils right now up, what was that, 12-8?
12-8.
On top of the
Manny,
Coyotes.
are you going to let us know what Nevada community is?
Well, okay, so Joe, so for the folks at home, the first time tuning in, Nevada Community Braves.
Go Nevada community! I wrote them a fight song.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Can we hear it?
So Joe was
Nevada community fight. Nevada community fight. How's it go? Right? Those are the first two stanzas.
All right. So Joe has adopted the Nevada Community Braves as his team.
Although I am working on getting their name changed.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. So but they are idle tonight, Joe. So they do not have a game. So we can't root on the Braves. So
I'm very impressed.
so sorry in that one. All right, Borden County ranking, keeping it going. Erie County, Fort Davis. Oh my goodness, Erie County. What they did to Robert Lee last week was just, they annihilated them in so many different ways. Here, it looked like they're just on another warpath.
Rampage.
Yeah, 31-0 on top of Fort Davis. Man, I tell you what, the Hornets up to something good. I hope to catch up with them here in the near future. All right, let's see. What else we got, Joe?
Well, next.
All right, Sterling City, O'Donnell. What's the score on that one there, Christian?
Much of the same from here. 34-0. Sterling City's up.
All right.
In the second quarter.
Don't keep talking about it. Is there something else?
Well, no, we got to keep going. We're just trying to get through the scores here, Joe. Eden and Ira. Wow. Okay, 22-12. The Bulldogs of Ira lead the Bulldogs of Eden.
Winners and Bangs. Bangs up 14-6 on Winners right now into the second quarter. Looking like a close game.
Manny, what's the Bangs mascot?
The Bangs Dragons.
So the Dragons against the Hurricanes.
No. The Blizzards.
The Blizzards.
The Blizzards. Yeah.
Winter's Blizzards.
Okay.
I bet you Winters was an Indian name a long time ago.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we're trying to keep it PG in this show tonight. No hate mail, if you will. Please be kind. Ira and Injunction. The Eagles leading the Braves 19-6. Man, I tell you what, Ira and they are very close to moving down to six-man football. It'll be interesting to see what happens in their next realignment. Folks just kind of leaving Ira and Sheffield. There's not too many folks there these days. Post and who did we have there? Littlefield. Post and Littlefield. Of course, I've lost my scoreboard, so can't update you in that one. So what you see there, that is going to be good. All right, shout out to the Asteo family there watching us tonight. And my man Joe that's also watching. I'm going to give you a shout out. You said not to give you one, but I'm going to give you one anyways. LOL, just kidding, huh? All right. Anywho, more scores to pass along. We'll eventually get to those again. Let's see, Joe. Do we have any updates from any videographers that we're kind of looking forward
Yeah,
to?
we're pulling those in. We got Wall coming in.
Okay.
Wall just came in, so we gotta get it processed and we'll start showing you some lines. You want to go? That's why we had to take the scores down.
Okay. All right. So we do have a. Let's see. Do we have an update?
Don't you have any jokes?
About what?
Tarzan?
Or the Aggies?
No! Why are you going to joke about the Aggies? By the way, Manny, the dress code on this show.
Well, yeah, he's at a dress code on that one. So obviously, I mean, Joe likes to maybe put a thumbs up. I don't know. You hitchhike with the thumb, don't you, Joe? Here in West Texas, we put up our guns. So there we go.
One thing they're doing in Wall is we have some shots of the band. They're letting the band go during the COVID.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Well, that sounds fun.
I mean, the Fighting Texas Aggie band can't go and play at their stadium, but the Wall band can.
Well, they have a few problems going on down there in College Station that aren't just all about the band. So that's for another time. That's for another segment. But
are you talking about our general?
It might involve a certain Confederate general that's going on down there in College Station. But like I said, now that's for another time. That's for another time. So,
hey, by the way, our quarterback got on Twitter today.
Did he really?
The Aggie quarterback.
Okay.
He tweeted a QR code.
What did it direct it to?
Well, it was a web page put up by the anthropology department, so you can only imagine. So all the Aggies are triggered.
Okay. Well, very good.
Yeah.
Looks like Jim Ned scored again.
All right. What do we got from that one there?
21-7 at the half versus Eastland.
Wow.
So far.
Okay. So looks like perhaps the Mavericks back. And we are also efforting right now a highlight from Wall.
Yeah, but it's going to be, y'all keep talking, it's going to be a minute.
Okay. All right, so if you're also joining us, so Joe, are we live on YouTube, live on Facebook? Where are we at?
Yeah, we'll check the stats real quick. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Facebook COVER1 and San Angelo Live.
Okay.
We're live on YouTube. And we're live on YouTube events.
Okay, so.
And live on Periscope.
Periscope. Okay, so we got, there's plenty of ways you can join us tonight if you haven't quite figured it out. The game that we are trying to effort highlights from is Wall in San Antonio Cornerstone Christian. Do we have an update from that? I'm curious to see what's going to happen with these guys. Cornerstone Christian, San Antonio Cornerstone Christian, their quarterback is a commit to the University of Arkansas. So this guy is certainly bringing some firepower to the table. They run a very good spread offense there from San Antonio. So we'll be looking forward to seeing those guys as well coming up a little bit later in the hour. Let's see. So we're efforting highlights. Joe appears to be a little bit on the struggle bus tonight, directing the ones and twos.
Well, I can give you Wall without sound. Do you want Wall without
sound? Yeah, give us Wall without sound because I got the shot sheet ready to go.
Are you ready? But it's band stuff.
No, it is not just band stuff. We should have a full highlight from that.
All right, brought to you by Angelo MRI.
All right, ready? So tonight's Wall first edition of Wall versus San Antonio Cornerstone Christian presented by Angelo MRI. Joe, let's get to the highlight if we can. Hey, how about that Wall Hawk band? If we can maybe volume down a little bit on that one. There we go. Battle of the Bands coming up tonight in the east end of Tom Green County. All right, here we go. Little read option. Cornerstone Christian gets on the board first. And that'll do Cornerstone Christian there. All right, a little bit later, Drew Morrison. Well, he's seen better days throwing the pick here. And this kid's going the other way. Cornerstone Christian moving along there. Then Wall, yeah, they bring in some defense here. Forcing the fumble. How about that? When Cornerstone Christian was looking to do something meaningful there. Right now it is 34. No, that is Lakeview. So last we checked, it was Cornerstone Christian leading Wall, so we'll hope to effort an updated score in that one. Joe, if we can, so that way we can kind of get ready for our first guest of the night, our Lakeview preview piece. All right, so right now, into the first half, it's at the break, 34-14. Sweetwater leading Lakeview 34-14. You got to believe, maybe something left in the tank for the Chiefs tonight.
Hopefully the north side can pull through in the second half. We'll see.
These guys pulled out a great comeback win last week against Pecos. Sweetwater maybe just a touch better, but we'll see what happens tonight. All right. So as we get ready for our first guest of the night, we're going to show you our Cover1 preview piece of the week. It is the stadium on the north side of San Angelo.
And this is a place that this small community came together. This is where your family gathered together. This is where people came to watch the game, to be entertained, to meet people. And your family history, if you're from Lakeview, your family history came from this stadium and from this area. And the pride that we have in Lakeview, when I talk to people outside and and when we talking about Lakeview, people will say, where is this Lakeview? Well, it's in San Angelo. Well, I thought you lived in San Angelo. No, I grew up in Lakeview.
My name is Adrian Soto. I was a Lakeview Chief from 2000 to 2002, and I played at Lakeview Stadium. Early memories of the stadium go on from age probably 8 and above. My father was a Coca-Cola repairman. He repaired lots of, like all the Coke soda machines up here. So during the games, he had to be here all the time at home games, and I came along every time. Sat up in the stands by myself, probably age 10, 12 years old, and immediately fell in love with just how the community took on the team and just the atmosphere of the place.
My name is Jeremy Bartz. I'm a proud graduate of Lakeview High School, class of 1995. Mom and Dad would bring us out here, and of course, as a young kid, I played on a Pee Wee football team, Cowboys way back then, and our dream at that time was to play in the Super Bowl right here at Lakeview Stadium. It seemed huge to us. We were just little 8, 9-year-old kids out here playing a game that we loved, and every time you got to walk in this stadium, there was something about it.
My name is Alan Gilbert, Judge Alan Gilbert, class of 1971 from Lakeview High School. Proud to be from Lakeview. Of my memories go back from the time I was 8 years old until I played, and then I started cooking with several gentlemen to cook for the Meet the Chiefs to help to raise funds for Lakeview and cooking whiskets. And then my 2 boys came along, and Brady and Sterling played football and played right here on this field. I lived every dad's dream. I not only watched my 2 boys play football together in high school and baseball, but I watched them play college football together, and then I watched them coach at Lakeview High School on this field. I drive by here at any given time, and you automatically look to this field. You automatically look to see the Lakeview Stadium sign. It's very obvious. One thing that I do know throughout the years, every new head football coach or coaches that we got in here, one of the first things they said was all the opponents hated to come to Lakeview Stadium, because there's like maybe 10 yards between the sideline and where the fans are sitting.
It was kind of a menacing place to come play, I'll be honest with you. By the time we got to be juniors and seniors, our student section and band ended up moving over to the east side of the stadium because the home side was completely full of fans. And it was a rough time for anybody coming in here.
I had a buddy of mine named Jason Arnold. We called him Cheese. His mother was always in the stands, had a gong, would just gong in like when we had a certain play. It was just being able to have, like, you could turn around, I could hear my dad, like, my dad was gonna cheer loud, and I could hear him, like, he's just 2 rows up because it's so condensed. It was just, it was awesome.
It stung a little bit. This was home. We had bonfires right out here in the parking lot back at homecoming, back when I was, when I was growing up, and so moving over to Central Stadium, as we called it back then, now it's San Angelo Stadium, it was a little different. You know, we only saw San Angelo Stadium at the time for track meets and such like that.
I think Northside, I mean, we're missing a lot of things in North San Angelo, you know? The pride is here though, and not to make it political, but you always want your voices heard, and I wish like people would ask those things like, well, what does North San Angelo want? Where do you want to play at? Lakeview, where do you want to play? And listen and try. I mean, I understand the financial aspects, but I'm sure there's ways to make things work, and I think these things are important.
You know, if there were ever a situation where we're playing, say, Big Spring or Andrews or, you know, one of those teams that we used to really battle with in the trenches, having that game out here would probably be a lot of fun. I think you'd get a lot of support. I think a lot of people would come out and watch it. But it's also one of those situations where you're at Mother Nature's, you know, you're at her whim. Whatever she wants to do is how this game is going to be played. And it would be very tough to schedule that type of game and not know what the weather was going to do.
My father passed away a couple of years ago, so one of my favorite photos that I have was, you know, my mom and my dad taking us down, you know, 50-yard line, walking down the, you know, the middle of the field towards everybody as they announced the seniors and whatnot. And I can still feel that like it was yesterday. So it's just, this field has so many different memories, whether it be playing football or just, you know, just being with my parents on, you know, fun days like that, because football's special. I think that's what I'm going to cherish the most. I mean, multiple things, but the memories that it's provided for me, that I'll hold dear forever.
All right, that was the stadium on the north side. Of course, the Lakeview Chiefs having homecoming at San Angelo Stadium. Their old home, Lakeview Stadium, now being represented by the San Angelo TLCA Eagles. They are in a homecoming game of their own against Grape Creek. But joining us here this evening is Mason Matthews,
How's it going?
firefighter
Yeah.
of the San Angelo Fire Department. Man, it's always so good to have a chat with you, and it's just an honor to have you on our show tonight.
Man, thanks for having me.
You are a former Central Bobcat,
I am.
so you have football that's in your blood.
I do. I had a. We were talking about this earlier. I was about 150 pounds soaking wet in high school. Which
now I feel like I need to do a few
It's
push-ups
changed.
when
You know,
you're around.
Well, I'm a fireman, man. We got a lot of time to work out. You know, it's part of the. You know, it's part of the gig.
Okay.
You know, you got to be in good shape. But yeah, man, I was. The wind would have blown me away in high school, which doesn't go so great for what was then 5A football.
Right.
But I had a few concussion problems.
Yeah, well,
so
I mean, I would imagine if you're going up against some of the best high school football in the state of Texas.
We did. We were talking about this. So my sophomore year, first round of playoffs, we caught Midland Lee, which was on their way to their three-peat.
Oh, wow.
Cedric Benson and Eric Winston. And
my goodness.
But if you got to lose the best, right?
Why not?
And they smoked us. It was like 52-13, so it was pretty.
Wow.
It's a rough game.
Was that in Midland or
no,
was that here?
It was here in San Angelo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy to think that, you know, a guy like Cedric Benson, he was here at that time.
He was unbelievable.
And yeah, just doing his thing.
He was literally, of course, I was a 16-year-old kid, and he was like a full-grown man. You know what I'm saying?
He was already age 36.
Oh, what was great is I would go to, like, you know, later on, like getting into, you know, like later high school, I would go to like UT Tech games, and I'd be like, yeah, I tackled. Well, I didn't really tackle him. He like ran over me, but they would say like Matthews on the tackle.
Yeah.
So I just told people I tackled him.
Why
Got
not?
him down, as long as you get him down.
Yeah, man. I mean, it worked. You know, he like stepped on my chest and just like tripped over my jersey, but you know, they said Matthews on the tackle and it counted in the books. So
Why
I'll
not?
take it.
So yeah, he tackled.
I did.
Now Benson, he was part of a national. Was he part of a national championship?
No,
in Texas?
he was before.
They won the Rose Bowl
Yep.
before they won the
Yes.
national championship
Yes.
against USC. So
Yes.
and then
incredible.
he's an all-pro.
Yeah, well, you can bet, like as he made his way, you know, he played for the Bengals and kind of bounced around the NFL. You can bet every time he played. And I'm sitting at the fire station, sitting with my buddies. I'm like, I tackled that guy. Right?
It's the stories of yesteryear.
You know, that's how you got to do what you got to do. So.
All right. So Mason, we were talking about this. We've been talking about this show, since the beginning of the season.
Yes, sir.
Has there been a team that you may be looking forward to watching this season as things have kind of been getting cranked up?
Well, you got to be, man, I'm a Central Bobcat guy, right? Of
course.
So of course, I got to stay with my Sikkim Cats, But man, I am, we had talked about this. I've been fortunate to work like some side jobs, EMS in some smaller communities, Brady and Sonora. So man, I'm pretty big fan of the smaller schools too, Big fan of Sonora, big fan of Ozona. Man, I love our local teams, Wall, Cristobal. I just love them all. I mean, everything. 6-man all the way up. You got to love it.
Well,
West Texas football, man.
You said Cristobal, that's my hometown,
I
so
know,
I'm rooting for
I
the
know.
Cougars
The Cougs,
tonight.
man, the Cougs. Yeah.
Right now down 7-0 in Sutton County. I'm hoping they can pull it together, move to 2-1 on the season, coming off a very good win against Grape Creek, against Sonia Ramirez Munoz's team. Sorry, Sonia, if you're watching. I'll go ahead and say it loud enough for you in the back. Cristobal over Grape Creek last week. Wait for it, there's nothing. There it is. There it is. Okay. So, Mason, we also got to talk about this push-up challenge tonight.
Oh, man.
Now, when you heard the challenge, first of all, how did you hear about the challenge?
So here's the thing. I'm just gonna come clean, and I'm just gonna tell my secrets here, okay?
Okay.
So it's really not that I'm like in that great of shape. I just might, and people that are listening that know me are gonna laugh at this, but I might just wear my shirts a little too tight.
Oh, like a medium?
So like if I would normally wear a medium, I would at least go one size smaller.
Okay.
I'm a little vertically challenged. So I just say that it's because I'm short, but I really just want it to be a little tight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, why not?
It cuts off the circulation, makes your veins pop, looks like you're strong.
Boom.
It's all. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. I mean, that's just the way I feel about it. So.
Okay, yeah. Mason,
but I'm in on some push-ups, man. I'm all about some push-ups.
Okay, so how did you hear about the push-up challenge yesterday?
I was actually watching the thing. I was watching, right? I tune into Manny's stuff. I love everything he does. And I'm listening, and then I hear Joe, right? And I hear, I'm going to do push-ups with Mason. So, of course, I'm in, man. I'm a fireman, man. If there's a challenge, let's go. I'm ready.
Now, speaking of firemen, today's a pretty Memorial Day.
It is.
It's as we look back on 9/11.
It is, man.
You guys, of course, hats off to all first responders, police officers, and anyone who may be a part of that type of life.
Yes, sir.
Mason, how much do days like this certainly mean to you guys?
There is literally no words. I'm going to show my age here. So 19 years ago, I was either a sophomore, I think I was a junior. I was sitting in a junior history class. Mark Baker, who works here in SASD, he was one of my coaches and my teacher. I'll never forget. I walked into his room. It was on the TV, and man, I can tell you that call to serve probably started then.
Absolutely.
Man, that's just something. It's something that there's literally not a day that goes by 12 years into my career that I don't think about that.
Absolutely,
everybody went to that building knowing what they were going to.
Most definitely.
And still did it. So
yeah.
No, it is. It's 9/11. Never forget. I certainly won't. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So hats off to certainly you, and hats
Thank
off
you.
to other guys that are first responders in America, throughout Texas and throughout America. Joe, how about we get to some scores, and we'll let our guest Mason kind of rattle us off here with some of the scores.
And I wore my glasses. I don't know if y'all saw this.
Oh,
my wife may have told me to wear glasses because I squint. So as I look over here, I'll do my best and try not to squint.
Okay, hopefully.
No, you're good. You're good. Was that a short joke?
No.
I mean, this guy's tall. I don't know if y'all can tell. My feet are on the stool. His are all the way on the ground. Yeah. You just can't see that.
Christian, how tall are you, by the way?
6'2".
No, don't show off. On my driver's license, it says 5'10".
Oh, hey, that's what mine says on mine. I'm probably 6'1"-ish.
All right, so Hyde is signaling us for some scores. Hey, okay, there we go. That's what I was going to suggest, Joe. Mason, why don't you just rattle off a few scores for us here?
Absolutely, man.
You wore your glasses.
Oh, we do. So in the second quarter, we got Coahoma on top of El Dorado, 26-7. Looks like a good one.
Mason, where's
yes, sir.
Coahoma? What's the team mascot?
The
you don't
Coahoma.
You didn't.
Hold on, I've got friends in Coahoma. I better know this.
Eskimos.
I don't think that's right. I'm pretty sure that's not right. I know El Dorado's the Eagles. I know that. First year coach there. Yeah.
I believe Coahoma, the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs. They are. They are.
Yeah.
I got good friends in Coahoma.
Mason, if you don't know, just say Bulldogs or Indians.
That's probably a pretty safe guess. Probably. I know quite a few though. I know those two. I know those two.
All right, so we'll keep it going. Joe will keep us going here.
Awesome.
Keep on rattling it off.
Awesome, man.
Mason.
So halftime, we got Sweetwater on top of Lakeview, 34-14, homecoming for Lakeview. Man, you know it's homecoming. Everybody gets up for homecoming. Maybe they can turn something around.
It was kind of a bummer yesterday because Lakeview's homecoming parade literally got. I mean, it was their parade was rained out.
I know. Yeah. We needed the rain. We needed the rain. Yeah. But
somebody rained on their parade.
But you can't ever put the way the way everybody gets together on homecoming.
Well,
man, you can't.
Team is,
maybe they can rally it up. They are.
Oh my goodness.
Lake.
That was really corny.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I mean, it was
dad
good.
joke of the night, courtesy of Joe Hyde.
So far, joke of the night.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right, Joe, keep us rolling.
What else
here.
you got for us? Ooh, Demons. I knew that one. Dumas Demons. So Dumas over Perryton 23-0 at half.
Yeah, Dumas, a state-ranked team.
Hey, so there's your alma mater there.
Okay.
So halftime we got Sonora and Cristobal knotted up at 6.
Okay.
And Bushland. So Bushland and Canadian up pretty big at halftime, 32-12 there. Canadian's always pretty stout.
Yes, they are.
Holly and Merkel at half. Holly's on top of Merkel 20-14. Stanford, looking like, man, Childress had a pretty good first half.
They've
They're on
seen
top.
better days.
They have 37-8. Got Cal Allen blank so far in the first quarter by Waco La Vega.
Okay, so the story on these guys right here, these are two state-ranked teams in Class 4A, I believe Division 1.
Right.
Waco La Vega coming off a trip to the state championship. They lost to Carthage last season, but I tell you, that team just littered with guys that are going to go play on Saturdays in the future. Same thing as Cal Allen.
I believe it. That's a big game. Look at that. Rankin Red Devils up 20-8 in the second quarter over Borden County. Oh man, the Hornets.
Goodness.
Man, so they just missed that 45 rule there.
Yeah, so
the mercy rule.
Yeah, the mercy rule.
They are approaching the mercy rule in Mertzen right now.
Yeah, they are.
Christian, what's the mercy rule?
45.
Yeah, 45.
If they're up by 45, it's over.
Hornets up 42-0.
GG's.
You know what the mercy rule is?
What is it?
When I don't get mad at you when you wear that shirt, it's my
Oh, okay.
I did see that. I don't know if y'all noticed. We've got the red and black going here. I'm a pretty big Tech fan.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all.
Wreckham Tech, baby.
I mean, Joe's got a red and black shirt on. I don't know if y'all can
see
that.
Joe. I mean, Joe's kind of adopted.
Joe used to be. Joe used to be.
Used to be
on the maroon thing. But the maroon thing kicked me off.
I got you.
Kicked me off
I got
the
you.
train.
I got you.
Something having to do with this general.
I got you. So would you say Wreckham Tech now? Is that what you would say?
No, I'm like, go Tigers, LSU.
Raider Power, maybe?
LSU.
Okay, LSU. Okay.
GEAU.
Or maybe just Alabama, because they always win.
You could do it like Coach Orgeron and just go Tigers.
Yeah, go Tigers.
Go Tigers. I might have practiced that before.
You live by nowadays.
In the mirror, I've done that.
I'm a free agent.
So you're open.
I'm open.
So you're just waiting for a team to grab you.
The transfer portal.
Oh, don't do that.
I don't know.
Because it goes, I mean, I just don't like
Don't do
No,
that.
I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think you should go that way.
Joe.
Next score.
Okay. Salina, man, look at that. Powerhouse Salina's down.
Argyle
down
coming
21.
off.
You know it's Salina, not Salina.
I just know the Bobcats, man.
It's Salina. So Argyle coming off just a fantastic win last week against Pleasant Grove.
Yep.
Pleasant Grove, the Class 4A Division II state champion last season. Argyle doing work right now. So big game going on there in the Metroplex area.
Yeah, 21-0. Sterling City, look at
This
that.
one is not in the Metroplex.
No, it's not. No.
Far from it.
No. So yeah, Sterling City up pretty big there in the second quarter, 42-6 over O'Donnell. Put it to them. Eden and Ira. Second quarter, Ira's up 30-12 over Eden. Also second quarter, Post up 30-0 over Littlefield.
Yeah.
And they're kind of having their way there.
The Antelopes.
Lampasas up 14-0 over Wimberley there in the second quarter.
Okay.
Edna, up 14-7 over Refugio.
Leading the champs.
There at second quarter. Menard, man, having a rough first half there.
The ropes.
They are. They're on the ropes. Ropes on top of the Menard Yellow Jackets. 27-0 at half there. Jim Ned, look at that.
That's a game
man,
going
that is a
on.
game. So third quarter, Jim Ned over Eastland, 14-7.
Yeah, I want to see what Barron Morton has to do in the second
We'll
half.
see how that answer goes.
Yeah.
Cisco up 7-0 over Breckenridge in the second quarter. Wellington having their way with Amarillo River Road, up 26-6 at half. Wink over Alpine, over the Bucks, 19-7 there in the second quarter.
Wink sink.
No, the Alpine, that's right, the Bucks, man.
Yeah.
I went to Sul Ross. In Alpine. I did.
You went to Sol Ross?
I did.
Now,
You have the same problem that I did.
What's that?
They're trying to get rid of your man.
I saw they are looking at a name change. I did see that. I saw that.
Oh, that's awful.
They have a proposed Anson. Look at that. Anson up 19. I think I heard Alpine State University is what's been proposed.
Are you serious?
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
That's news. I haven't
Yes.
heard that.
Yeah, I just read that this week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Wow. Anson up 19-0 over Dublin there in the second quarter.
The
Comanche, check that out. Comanche 21-7 over Early there in the second quarter.
All righty, Joe, keep it going for us, if you will.
Coleman, look at Brady. Brady Bulldogs up 12-2 over Coleman. Second quarter. Roby 40-6 there in the second quarter over Bront.
Wow.
Junction kind of having their way with Iran. There in the first quarter, Junction 25-6 over Iran. Close game there. Shiner. Shiner's got them by 1, 7-6 there in the
Shiner's
second
a state-ranked team, I believe, in the top 5 in Class 2A.
That's a good game to watch there. That's a good game to watch there, man.
It's a family show here, Joe.
It is. It is. I think that's a different Shiner. I think. Could be wrong. Pretty sure.
Are they the box?
No, I do not think that is. The
No, sir.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah. Miles, man, look at Miles. Up 22-0 over Roscoe there in the second quarter. Good job. Garden City up 16-0. Well, that one kind of fast. Highland went up 20-14 over Blackwell there in the second quarter. China Springs, there it is, man. Up 2 touchdowns in the second quarter over Brownwood, 21-7.
All right, so we took a peek into that one. That one is still at the half. Hopefully, we'll have another peek into that live stream.
Second quarter, we got Hermley 34-0 over Luders Avaca. Strawn and Bryson. Strawn having their way. 24-0 over Bryson there in the second quarter. Very best. 14-6 over Robert Lee there in the second quarter. That's going to be a pretty good game. Let's see how that one plays out.
It's called Very Best?
I do not.
Well,
I know a lot of people from Very Best.
When they were established, there was a town down the road called Best.
And they were the very best?
They became Very Best.
I like that.
So they're better than Best.
Are you telling the truth?
You can't say Best.
Is that the truth?
That's the truth.
Wow, that's a very good history lesson. I did not know that. I didn't know that.
Joe's a walking encyclopedia.
I tell you what, Bangs, there we go. Second quarter, Bangs up over the Winners Blizzards, 14-6.
We got a shootout.
TLCA, man. TLCA and Grape Creek.
Somebody will win tonight.
I'm telling you, yeah. Big win for somebody there. Yeah.
It's TLCA's homecoming.
Yeah,
Hopefully they can pull on
we're
through.
all knotted up right before the half. Mason, right? There's my namesake there, man. In the Puncher Dome, San Saba up over them 14-0. Goldthwaite up 19-0 over Olney there in the second quarter. And Ballinger, homecoming there in Ballinger.
Yep.
20-0 over Colorado City in the second quarter. Cross Plains, 14-7 over Haskell at half. Albany, man, Hamlin giving it to Albany, 28-0 at half. Man, looky there. Man, that's going to be a close one. Wall down 7-0 to San Antonio Cornerstone Christian. Says you got the big recruit quarterback there.
Yeah, heading off to the University of Arkansas next fall. So, Craig Slaughter, the defensive coordinator at Wall, this guy loves to scheme. I'm assuming he's probably putting something together at the half.
Yes.
If you can hold that kind of offense to just 7 points, I think you've done something.
That's a good game. Wall's got some tough kids.
Yeah,
really
that's
tough
for
players.
sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So big game, big second half up.
Quanah up 7-2 over Wheeler at the half. Abilene, TLCA, and Panther Creek still in the first quarter, 0-0 there. Awesome. Man, I tell you what, Manny, you make that look a lot easier than it is.
It's a little different.
It really is. It's pretty tough, man. It's pretty tough.
All right, so this first hour presented by Little Caesars of San Angelo. Pizza. Head on over to Little Caesars, get you a hot and ready, and we'll be good on all, and you'll be good on that. All right, so Mason Matthews joining us. He is a San Angelo firefighter. You serve out of are you at the Central Station?
I am. So man, I got to tell you, I'm a little bit more administrative now.
Okay.
So I'm stationed down at Central, so I don't get to ride on shift as much as normal. So I'm not going to as many fires and making as many ambulance runs. But yeah, man, it's I guess I kind of transitioned to that.
Don't they call those ambulances bread trucks?
They do not call them that.
They look like bread trucks.
I've heard lots of
when
nicknames.
I see an ambulance coming, I'm thinking, where's the bread?
The meat wagon?
I've heard lots of names for.
Oh my God.
I've heard lots of names for an ambulance, and we may have a few, but I'm just going to call it an ambulance here tonight. If that's okay. So
The
yeah.
amber lamps?
Yeah. I've heard it. I've heard it called several things.
Oh,
Maybe one of
goodness.
these Indian teams going to change their name to the ambulances.
No.
It means they're
No,
fighters.
no.
Yeah.
So there is, that is one of the cool things about being a fireman, man. Is you get to, we UIO they have to have ambulances at all the football games.
Absolutely.
So what's really cool is area teams, as they're in town, we get to go out and do standbys. So we get to watch a little football and hope that nobody gets hurt.
Heck yeah, man.
That's a pretty good perk of being a fireman.
It's not a bad
yeah.
deal. And
Yeah.
you guys already have, I'm not going to say you guys have a cush job.
It is.
That's far from it.
I'm not going to lie, man. Sometimes it's great. There's good times and bad, and that just comes with it. But man, getting to watch, we have to do lots of different standbys. The rodeo, and that's one of my favorites. The rodeo football.
Central football?
Absolutely, man. That Angelo State Central football games, man. It's pretty cool to get to be up there. And
No, I have
no,
not.
I have not. We have not met in an ambulance, which is a good thing. Which means he was not the size of a field mouse when he was in high school, like
Yeah.
I was. I rode in the ambulances a few times. So maybe I was job shadowing then. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I had some problems, man. I had some.
Man, you went out and got last night. You got wet.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go last night?
So I was out at San Angelo Stadium last night. It looks like Joe is prepping this highlight here with Fort Stockton and Glen Rose.
That's where I was born, man. Fort Stockton.
Fort Stockton,
Yeah, I was
Texas.
born in Fort Stockton.
Way
Yeah.
West Texas.
Yes.
So, yeah. It was Wednesday and Thursday. It was like a monsoon here in West
man,
Texas.
lot of water.
You walk outside, you float away, this and that. Hey, there's Gabriel Lucky joining. He's about
So
to join
you
us.
got
here.
you got another Central Bobcat, man. We were in high school. We were in high school together.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're one's great apart, man.
There we
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll have Gabriel Lucky. Joe, I hope you ate your Wheaties this morning because you're gonna have your work cut out for you in these push-ups here tonight. All right, so before we get to any of the push-ups, hey, why not? Let's go ahead and roll the tape on last night's highlight between Fort Stockton and Glen Rose. Ready when you are, Joe.
Fresh every day with a huge selection of meats, brisket, beef short ribs, pulled pork, sausage.
Thursday night lights, late first quarter. The Tigers already up big. Fort Stockton going for it on 4th and 8. Dominic Aguilar looking for some room, but no dice. Met in the backfield, turnover on downs. Next Tigers drive, Glen Rose knocking on the door, but watch Cade Byer strip this one from Austin Worthen. Glen Rose gets lucky. They recover. The Tigers would have to settle for a Garrett Davis field goal to make it 26-0 Glen Rose. Ensuing Fort Stockton drive, Aguilar finding the 6'3" Cruz Riojas for a fresh set of downs. Man, that's a big kid. But this drive would come down to another 4th down as Aguilar leads Elizar Lopez into trouble. Big hit. Ouch. Turnover on downs, but right back come the Tigers. The Tigers. Tristan Witt looking deep and hooking up with Hudson White for the 45-yard touchdown. That'll do, sir. Making it 33-0 Glen Rose. The Tigers would add one more before the end of the half to make it 40-0. In fact, that was your final, 40-0.
Man.
It was a one-sided affair.
Did I catch a Go Tigers?
Go Tigers.
Yes, I thought I heard a Go Tigers.
You live by another day, you know? A little Cajun talk.
So I got a question. What there on the turf at San Angelo Stadium? I'm old enough. We played on. We had real grass back then.
Oh, y'all did?
These young bucks got the turf, right?
Yeah.
But tell me, man, that turf. How is it? How is it? Wet
definitely-
conditions? Pretty good. I mean
mean,
wise.
I thought it was pretty good. Not too bad. I mean,
I know
worked out for us.
We used to divot everything up. It just looked like a golf course when we were done.
Well, of course, y'all practice on the practice
We
field.
did, yeah, right up top there.
I'm not sure if these kids even know that they have a practice
There,
field.
there is practice field. That's right. That's right.
It's all on the turf
It
now.
is. It is.
Yeah. In fact, I went and hung out with them on Thursday morning, and I got out there. It was a nice little mist going on. I thought, okay, I might be all right. Well, then, it starts
Not
coming
so
down a
much.
little bit more. I got my camera, got my gear out there. I was like, you know what? Time to leave.
I got you. I got you. That's probably not good for your camera.
No, not at all, to say the least.
Yeah.
Joe, what do we got? We got any updated scores? In fact, I think we also, while Joe's just kind of surfing the web, we do have.
No, I'm not.
Oh, he's not surfing the web.
I'm working really hard.
He's
right
looking for a new college team, is what he's doing
Okay,
over there.
yeah.
Yeah.
His very
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
All right, so Christian, let's talk about this. I know you're probably not going to participate in the push-up challenge.
No.
Is that you tonight?
Maybe if I still played football, maybe, but I don't know about that.
I think you probably still have it in you, man. I think you still got it.
I don't play football. I'm going to do it.
Can you do a push-up, Joe?
Wait, Janessa, don't sleep on Joe Hyde, because Joe Hyde actually won a push-up contest back pre-COVID. Is that right, Joe?
In the Meager Hotel.
Yeah, in San Antonio, he won a push-up contest with amongst the Chamber of Commerce folks of Texas.
Really? It wasn't the Chamber of Commerce folks. It was this goofy guy from California.
Hey, now.
Looked just like Mason.
Well,
oh, hey,
that was good. That was really good.
I tell you,
that was good. Shots fired over
coming
there.
with the zingers tonight. Better be ready.
Zingers coming out this morning.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh boy. So that's kind of what we're up against tonight. So Joe he is a champion of a push-up challenge. So
in the Meager Hotel. Now the thing about the Meager Hotel that y'all need to understand is that's where Teddy Roosevelt.
Here we go. We're gonna have an Encyclopedia Hyde.
Yes. That's where he recruited the Rough Riders. Okay.
That is true. That is true.
He recruited them. So I was really looking for some Rough Riders, but all I found were some pansies from California.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
The zingers coming through.
That is.
All things have changed.
That guy, Joe's just a plethora of knowledge over there. He's got a lot of stuff.
Anytime we have a question around here, we don't consult the internet. We consult Joe Hyde.
That's actually.
And that's generally how it works.
I make shit up.
Hey! It's PG show.
Oh man, that's what.
Oh. Please go back and bleep that.
Okay. We need a bleeper on staff.
Bleep.
My apologies. I didn't mean to.
So Joe has won a push-up challenge. I think we set the over/under at 35 tonight on the push-up challenge. That Joe might at least that he could.
I don't want to underestimate him. That's one thing at the fire station you got to be careful of, right? Is I bet you can't do this, or I bet you can't do that, which means they're going to do at least that, right, and probably more. So I'm just going to give him. I'm going to give him props and say.
Come on.
I am. I'm not. I'm going to give him props and just say we'll just have to see when we get there.
Mason, I'm really old.
I'm pretty old too. I got glasses on.
I
can't even see the. I can't even see the
glasses
prompter.
longer than you.
Well, I mean, look, I'm the only one up here with glasses on.
Well, so no, I had glasses on. I put my contacts on to be on the broadcast. But yeah, I normally wear the glasses.
Well, I saw you last week. You had glasses on, which kind of made me feel more comfortable to wear mine. But now I'm feeling left out.
All right, so we do have some comments from the Facebook. Emily Ann Porter, guns up, Joe. Emily Ann Porter, Wreckham Wall.
That's why. Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then our good
Wreckham Wall.
Yeah.
They're not the Red Raiders.
Yeah, but that's just
the Green Hawks.
That's a really good mashup there. I like that. I like it. Yeah.
Well, hey,
yeah.
Here's a question for you, Manny, Mr. Wikipedia football. Who on the Wall Hawks in the last 10 years has gone to Texas Tech and played?
Ooh. I know. Grant. Give me a second.
Yeah. Man.
Grant.
Someone in the comments is probably going to answer.
I know somebody in the comments is about to answer that.
What is Grant's last name? I cannot remember his name.
Eubank?
Grant Eubanks.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
he went to Tech.
So, yeah, Emily Ann Porter says Wreckham Wall, and then Joe, our good friend Ryan Newland. Come on, Joe. So I'm assuming he's probably,
Ryan. Hey, Ryan.
He's probably talking about the push-up challenge and what goes on.
Yeah, Ryan is a fan.
Yeah, Ryan's a good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy.
So before we kind of get back to some scores, let's set the over/under. How we might feel that Joe might do in the push-ups tonight. We'll start with you, Mason.
Okay, so
over or under 35.
I'm just going to go at 35. I'm just going to say he's going to get 35. I'm going straight on the money.
35? Who came up with 35? I said 20.
No. You said 35. Trust me, I paid attention. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to give him 25. I'm actually going to go under.
Okay, so we want to set it now at 25.
I'm going to go 25.
So the over/under right now is at 25 push-ups that Joe can get.
Yes.
So you're saying 25.
I give him under, but barely. Give him
under 35.
Under 25. Under 25.
I like it.
Okay.
23.
Several
barely.
miles a day, though.
Barely.
He has no hope in me.
I didn't say
I'll remember that. He said.
Oh man, that's good. That's good.
All right, Joe, I'm going to give you some credit. I think you'll be able to get over 25.
How
I believe you'll be able to get over 25. We'll leave it at that. So we will see the push-up challenge amongst.
Oh, we're really gonna do this?
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Oh man, I thought you were kidding.
this.
No, heck no, man. We don't kid about these kind of things here, Mason.
All right, I'm excited.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm excited,
Joe,
man. I'm excited.
obviously not. Hey, Joe, before we kind of start getting to talking and just amongst a lot of different things and talking push-ups and A&M figures and Go Tigers and any of that, can we get some updated scores?
No, not yet. Y'all need to continue to talk about Indians and Tigers.
Oh boy. Okay, so it's going to be that kind of.
Go Tigers.
Basically, I'm pushing back on it.
Oh,
Okay, so
some
we do
homecoming.
have a homecoming court at Lakeview.
Yeah.
What do we got?
We have
How are you
Tita
gonna show-
Rivera. Tita? How do you say that? I'm trying here.
Oh boy.
The Nunez is gone, okay? The Nunez is gone.
Do we have a spelling of the name?
Tita.
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
Tita Rivera.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, you said it the same way.
Homecoming queen.
Okay, so she is the homecoming queen at Lakeview.
Yes, and
Hey,
John
congratulations.
Mendez,
Hey.
homecoming king.
Awesome.
John Mendez, he's a football
Congratulations.
player. He's a
Yeah.
Lakeview Chief. So
Cool.
congratulations to Tita Rivera and John Mendez.
That was nice.
Yeah, I
That's
hope
good.
I
How do
didn't
you
say
say
that. No, I'm not saying that again.
Tita.
I don't know. It was nice though.
I don't know, my grandma was
It was really nice.
Okay, so yeah, the homecoming court there, homecoming king and queen. Are they an item? Is that are they?
14-0, walls
Okay.
down.
Yes,
Oh
that's
no.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
So we are going to be efforting some new highlights from the east end of Tom Green County tonight with Wall and San Antonio Cornerstone Christian. Right now, as Joe just updated, Cornerstone Christian on top of the Hawks, 14-0 in the third quarter as we speak. So I don't know. I mean, it'd be nice to see if they can hold them off. I don't know if they have anything if they can do that against a team quite like that.
Man, they can. I know you were talking about Cornerstone Christian can spread it around, throw the ball all over the place. You know, man, 14, right? Holding them to 14 right now, man. Wall just
not
needs,
bad.
Wall just needs to chip away, man. Get some points on the board and then see what they can do. Man, never count Wall out. They're tough group of kids, man. Well coached. Always a contender every year, man. I never count Wall out.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Christian, you're seeing high-powered offenses like that. And you played offense, obviously, as a wide receiver, but whenever you start seeing high-powered offenses on the opposition, when they start kind of stacking up points like that, what's it doing for the psyche there?
It just definitely it excites me and of course the whole team. Just keeps them going, just gets the momentum, keeps them going, and of course translates to the defensive side for sure. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if Wall can ground and pound their way back into this game.
All right. So right now, down 14-0 against San Antonio Cornerstone Christian. Now, San Antonio Cornerstone Christian. Let me just kind of break down the pedigree of kids that go there. It's one of the elite private schools in the city of San Antonio. David Robinson's kids.
Oh, the Admiral. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, Corey
Okay.
Robinson, his oldest son, was a wide receiver and basketball player there.
Wow.
Fantastic. He went off to play at the University of Notre Dame.
Right.
On the football team. So yeah, that's the kind of kids that go through San Antonio Cornerstone
So,
Christian.
so Wall's got a task there.
Yeah,
then.
to say the least.
They can do it, man. They can do it. Go Hawks. They can do it. They can do it.
All right. So we are also efforting some other scores from around the Concho Valley in West Texas. Also, we are going to be joining us tonight. We're going to be joined by Gabriel Lucky, esteemed artist in the city of San Angelo. If you have not seen his work, go check out his Instagram page. Go check out his Facebook page.
How do you find an Instagram page?
What's that, Joe?
How do you find an Instagram page?
Well, let's see. You
have to search it.
We turn on the old cell phone, unlock it. We find Instagram. Oh, hey, yeah. So you can find Gabriel Lucky, Dream the Product on Instagram. Fantastic artist. Yep. One of the nicer guys you'll meet in town. So yeah, we'll have him on. Hopefully, he will also participate in the push-up challenge with Mr. Joe Hyde.
He's in good shape.
Yeah.
He can do some push-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in good shape.
That's what scares me. You didn't tell me that Gabe was coming. I can take on Bread Truck Guy.
Oh,
Bread Truck Guy. Oh my goodness. That's what we're see.
It's going to be bad.
These
I'm
are the
just telling
kinds
you.
of things that we
Yep.
deal with on a daily
Yep.
basis, Mason Matthews.
It's awesome.
All right, so for all the folks that are joining us on Facebook and the YouTube, well, hey, thanks for joining us tonight. This is COVER1 Live. We're efforting some other highlights from around West Texas and the Concho Valley. Looks like some of these games are just probably coming out of the half. We're looking to see what looks like Ballinger and Colorado City are back in action. And also, Joe, mind you, we do have highlights that are coming in from Lakeview and Sweetwater. Whenever you also want to tackle that.
Yeah, we'll have them in 2 seconds.
Okay.
Maybe 3.
Fantastic. All right. So, Mason, now you and I we were talking. Well, we had a shoot this morning. We were working on a project together.
We did.
And you also mentioned the guns and hoses.
Oh man, you're gonna go there?
Yeah, we're gonna go there tonight. So
all right, so let me just okay.
Break down what the guns and hoses is. Share it with our
it's exactly what you sound like, right? So hoses, obviously firemen, we carry hoses. The police, SAPD, obviously they carry guns. So we do there for a while. We had did an annual guns and hoses event. So we played softball. I'm a pretty big softball player. Okay. That as you get older, you can't play baseball anymore. You got to transition. Ball's bigger, you can see it easier. Right?
There we go.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So let's just say it didn't go so well for the guys in blue. And I am not throwing
When you say guys in blue, are you
and gals. I'm not throwing any shade at the police department. I'm
Yeah,
just
you
saying.
You want to defund them,
I'm no. Oh my gosh, no, absolutely not. I'm saying that it might have been a very lopsided score.
Oh no.
That's all I'm gonna say. And then one year it got pretty rainy, and we decided we were going to do volleyball, and we might have got them there too. I love you, SAPD. I love all my brothers and sisters at SAPD. I'm just saying that when it comes to guns and hoses, right now, the hoses got it.
Wow.
That's all I'm going to say.
So explain to me
that is not.
What is it like a push-up contest?
No. It's just softball. So we played softball, 2 or 3 years in a row, and then we transitioned to volleyball.
So what's the secret to winning against the police department?
A
lot of people on the north side want to know.
Well, it's
hey, Joe.
Man, you are just laying those landmines out there.
We're gonna create a sign that says, "Please direct all mail to Joe Hyde." At Hyde Interactive.
No, the fire department's definitely full of a lot of competitive individuals. The police department is no different, and both departments have got the best people. I mean, absolute best people. It's just when it comes to a guns and hoses situation, the hoses might have it at the moment. That's all I'm gonna say.
What about a flag football game?
I don't know that that's a good idea.
Okay.
At least with softball, there's not a whole lot of contact other than you hitting the ball. I have a feeling. I got a feeling that would probably.
Have you ever thought of maybe just spotting them some points? Has that ever?
No. We don't. No. So we don't want to be spotted, and they don't either. I mean, we're talking bragging rights for the city, man. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
And it's just as of lately, we've just had the upper hand, and that could change tomorrow. So I'm being very careful with what I'm saying because the guns could have the hoses. I mean, we could do this in a month, and they could be
that.
So,
okay.
Anyway.
All right. So. Let's get to some scores here. This is updated third quarter action. Joe, if you can blow that up for us.
You want to blow up the scores?
Yeah, there we are. Lamb Passes. Yeah. This is a really good game. Lamb Passes is state ranked in Class 4A. Right now leading Wimberley 36-16. Amarillo River Road in Wellington. The Skyrockets on top 26-20. Keeping it moving, Joe. Do you think you can keep up with me tonight, Joe?
Hell yeah.
Yes. Wheeler leading 15-7 in that one. Jim Ned Eastland. Wow, the Tribe lead the Mavs 42-14. Breckenridge Cisco, the Big Damn Lobos on top of the Bucks 7-0. Wink Alpine, all Wildcats 25-13 in that one at the break. Comanche early, all Indians leading the Longhorns 28-7 at the break. Anson, Dublin. How about those Tigers? 21-14 on top of the Lions.
Go Tigers.
Garden City and Hart. Woo, they got 45 in this one.
Yeah.
So 50. That's a 52-6 final score in that one. Garden City Hart. Coleman Brady, the Bulldogs leading right now at the break 12-9 against the Blue Cats. All right, Walk, San Antonio Cornerstone Christian. We talked about this update. In fact, Matt Tremmel's boots on the ground. We are efforting some more highlights. 14-0, Cornerstone Christian. Roby Bront, 54-6. The Lions on top of the Longhorns. What else we got, Joe?
Keep it going.
Yeah, I can keep up.
These are
54-0.
Oh, wow.
The Cardinals.
These are all 45-point rules.
Shutout. Yeah.
54-0 on top of the Looters of Vaca. Sterling
Man.
City 58-6 on top of O'Donnell. That is a final 45. TLCA Grape Creek.
Look at that.
Hey,
Big game.
The Eagles.
Oh, it's going to be a close
the
one.
Eagles.
It's going to be a close one.
Yeah, Ira and Junction 44-6. The Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles again now leading the Braves.
Lots of Eagles.
Lots of
Smithville
Eagles.
and Shiner 14-6. Shiner leading in this one. Roscoe Miles 22-0 Bulldogs on top of the Plowboys at the break. Kahoma, El Dorado, all Bulldogs 40-14 in the second quarter. Abilene TLCA, Panther Creek, the Panthers. Woo, too much for the TLCA tonight, 63-0. All right, what else we got? Brownwood, China Springs. China Springs adding another one in this one. I believe that is in the third quarter, 28-7. Highland Blackwell, 28-14. Highland on top of the Blackwell there. Dumas Demons, 30-0 on top of Perryton. What else we got, Joe? Strawn Bryson, 24-0. Strawn at the break. Very best Robert Lee, 20-0. Very best, 20-13 in that one. Hey, Cristobal Sonora, first ever meeting in the third quarter. The Cougs making it a ball game.
Close game.
Yeah, 14-6. Borden County, Rankin County, 20-16 on top of the Coyotes there in way West Texas. And Erie and County Fort Davis, they are near this 45-point rule, just flirting with it. 44-0 there in the third quarter. Holly Merkel, wow, what a game there. The Badges leading the Bearcats 21-20 in the third quarter. Eden, Ira, Battle of the Bulldogs 38-12 at the break. What else we got, Joe? Post, Littlefield, the Antelopes 44-0 on top of the Wildcats. Stanford Childress, all Bobcats 37-14. Edna, Refugio. Ooh, man, that's a ball game. 14-14 down in the Coastal Bend area. Mason, San Saba, all kids from Central Texas, 14-0 Armadillos. Goldthwaite, Olney, 19-0 Eagles leading the Cubs at the break. Cross Plains, Haskell, all 14 in the fourth quarter. What a game there.
So in this game, we have the Buffaloes are tied with the Indians.
Oh, man.
Meaning the Buffaloes might survive.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, Albany Hamlin. Wow, that's this one was kind of a dud tonight. I thought this one would be a heck of a lot better. 42-0. The Pied Pipers on top of the Lions. Bangs 14, Winners 6 at the break. Hopefully we'll get an update in this one. Ballinger, Colorado City. 27-0 kids from Runnels County leading the Wolves. Lakeview Sweetwater 34-14 at the half. In fact, Joe, we do have a highlight from Blinka. Hopefully we'll get to that here in a bit. Canadian Bushland 32-12. Canadian leading the Falcons. Cal Allen, Waco La Vega. Wow, the Pirates leading the Wildcats there 14-0. Salina Argyle 21-0 Argyle in this one. And Ropes Menard. Yeah, there it is. Ropes 27-0.
Menard still on the ropes.
Yep. Let's see. Kroll, Richland Springs. In fact, that was a Thursday game. Hopefully we can get something there. So, Mason, this is you've seen a lot of these scores here tonight. Now you were telling me you've kind of had a chance to kind of read about some of these guys. Is there a team maybe that you're looking forward to the most around here?
Well, I can't. I mean, like I said earlier, I mean, I got to go with my Bobcats always.
Okay.
Always, right? I mean,
But they're not playing.
the blue and orange. I know, but they're coming. It's coming next week,
weeks.
right? 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks.
So I'll be there. But man, anywhere close, right? So my Grape Creeks, Walls, Cristobals, very best. Man, anybody local. One, because I get to, sometimes sign up and go work their football games. Got a lot of friends, got a lot of firemen who have kids playing at those schools.
Absolutely.
So anybody local. Sonora, I'm a big Sonora fan. Obviously, I still work there. I work there tomorrow, right? So hopefully I hope they pull it out against Cristobal. It'll make my day better there tomorrow because I'm working the ambulance there tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah. So
okay, so
I just like them all, man.
Yeah,
I like them all.
Why not?
Yeah.
There's good football around West Texas. Certainly down there in I cheer and I root for Sonora Bronco Nation, but this is the first time I'm kind of like.
No, I get it. No, you got to stay home on that one. No, you do. You got to stay with the Cougs on that one.
Yeah, because I've already kind of taken some heat because down in week 1 I was hanging out with the El Dorado Eagles. We had decal night. They gave me some decals to put on the box.
I saw. Yeah, I see that there.
So did
you get in trouble for that?
Yeah, there's. I'm trying to avoid off the hate mail.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
So, Joe, do we have anything else that we can?
We got Lakeview coming up.
Awesome.
Lakeview's coming up.
All right, right now it is 40-20. Sweetwater leading Lakeview there in the second half. So, Lakeview's not waving the white flag. You gotta at least appreciate that.
Yep. It's homecoming, man. They'll show out. They gotta. They'll stick it out.
Yeah. Hey, and
Man, you've given up on Lakeview.
Whoa, Joe!
I'm gonna
How
call
dare
the Lakeview
you?
Mafia on you.
No. I got in the good graces of the Lakeview Mafia this week with the piece on the old Lakeview Stadium, so I'm good.
Think.
I'm good with them tonight, and I think I'm good with them for a while, to say the least. So we'll leave it at
A lot
that.
of history at that stadium, man. You did a good job on that piece. That's good.
Yeah, appreciate it. It's always good.
I played a few games there.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, there was Christian said he played some Pee Wee football.
Pee Wee
there.
football.
I played there when I was at junior high at Glenn, right? So we used to play
Okay.
Lincoln out
Yeah.
there. But man, yeah, had some good buddies. So John David Baker, big quarterback out there for a while.
heck
Went to
yeah.
Abilene Christian. Matt Phillips went to University of North Texas.
Okay.
And then obviously Sterling.
Yeah.
There's
been probably within the last, if you go back and within the last 10, 15 years, now we're approaching 20 years. 20 years.
Yep.
That just says how old we are at that
gray
point.
hair in here, Manny. You're pointing out that gray hair.
Lakeview's seen some pretty good pretty good studs come out of that.
Well, my coach at Central when I was in high school, Kyle Gandy, actually coached Sterling at Lakeview.
That's right.
And made his way back.
That's right, because he was at Lakeview and then he made the transition across town.
He
did. Did he ever talk about that?
All the time, man. And I think he kind of caught some stuff there, right? Because he was. Back when Sterling was doing it, man. Lakeview they were stout, man. They were just tough group of kids. Then, of course, Coach Gaines was here. Gary Gaines was here, and he was here through my freshman year. Then he left, and Kyle came in, who was son of Dan Gandy, who was at Central for a long time. Man. So it's all everybody's all connected, man.
The
Just all
Gandys
connected.
made their presence felt.
Yeah, talking old school, man.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
That's the
Way
90s.
before
Well,
me.
you were like, I don't even
Nothing.
know if you were alive.
Nothing.
1995.
Terrible. I can't even believe I just
So,
said that.
Christian, you said you played Pee Wee football there at Lakeview State. What team were you on when you played there?
I was on the Longhorns actually.
Oh man, I knew
Worked
it.
out. It all
I knew
worked
it.
out.
It did work out. It did work out. He
Now-
was molded from a young age.
Yeah.
Is what it was. Yeah.
What guys? Because you played with some guys on that team that you played with at Central. What guys did you play with on that team?
Landry Burns. Let's see, who else did I play with? Dylan Ware. A couple guys that I grew up with and continued to play varsity with. So it was a good deal.
Awesome.
So it's been a fun night so far. We're in the 9 o'clock hour. We're going to about 10:30 or so. Our director has left us as of right now. We will look to effort something. Hey, maybe Joe Hyde might join us here after a while. I don't know.
Very slow internet. Must be the rain.
Oh, is that what it is? Do we need to get a direct hookup, Joe?
Well, we're
It could be that cup that he has.
kind of stuck at 29.
That was good. I don't know if y'all did you catch that, Joe? I said it could be your coffee cup. Those of you can't see it, it may have an A and a T and an M on it. Not in that order.
Yeah.
ATM machine.
Yes.
Makes money.
Yes. So.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Speaking of coffee cups.
You have a Texas Tech one over there? Oh, St. Angelo Live.
Oh,
yeah.
So for the folks at home,
Yeah.
in fact, we're going to be.
I saw y'all were giving those away. I saw.
Nobody correctly answered our question yesterday. So
Can I
Oh, you
can
can
I
ask
answer
it
it?
again. They
Can
can
I
ask
answer it?
No, not yet.
Please.
See if anyone can answer tonight.
I can answer it.
So we'll put it out there, but then we'll let you answer.
I mean, I played in it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to take care of it in that one.
All right.
So if you can answer our question of the night, you will take home one of these bright red St. Angelo Live mugs. Who is part of the current Little Southwest Conference, that the district that the St. Angelo Central Bobcats are a part of? If you can list it in the comments, whether it's on the Facebook, whether it's on the YouTube, or you're going to take home one of these bright red mugs. So yeah, we'll let, if nobody does answer
Can I submit it like closed bid over here?
yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Joe, what do we got here for? Do we have any highlights? Do we have any scores?
We got lots. I can go over the scores again, but we're waiting on the highlights.
Okay. I know we do have Gabriel Lucky to get to. We'll probably get to him here after this
We're
current
going to
highlight.
our next hour sponsor.
Right. So, in fact, Joe, whenever we do get the highlights, after we get the highlights, we'll bring on Gabriel, and then Mason, if you want to stick around, We'll also see
I'm
if we can.
gonna go get ready. Actually, I'm gonna stretch.
Yeah, with the push-up challenge.
I got some Dr. Pepper back there.
Nah,
I'm sure that'll
I
do
don't drink.
something for
I don't
you.
drink Dr. Pepper. We're good. We're good. I'm out.
All right, so Joe, whenever we can, I do have we do have the shot sheet ready to go from San Angelo Stadium with Brett Blinka and the San Angelo Lakeview Chiefs for this highlight.
Sure you do.
Oh yeah, I got it. It's ready to go.
It requires video to go with it.
Okay, where do we stand on the video?
Well, it's downloading. It's really big.
Oh.
But it'll be here in a minute. It says 2 minutes left.
Okay.
So, riff.
Well, you wanted a joke. Do you want a joke? I've got a great joke for you.
Yeah, Mason, take us away.
Okay, this is going to be great. So, what in water puts out fire?
What in water puts
it's a really
out fire?
Yep.
Hydrogen. Oxygen.
What do we got?
A boat. A water. We have a fireboat.
Huh?
A fireboat is in water and it puts out fire. Fireboat.
Oh.
That was good, wasn't it? That was good.
boy.
That was good. I know.
Man.
That was good.
All right, all right.
That was a really bad
My
joke.
Bible.
Don't hold it against me. I don't know many jokes. That's about all I got. So
I don't think anyone's laughing.
that's
If
okay.
anyone's laughing,
That's okay. It was a fireman joke. You can't go wrong with a fireman joke.
I want another fireman joke. You gotta,
Oh man.
all y'all do is sit around the firehouse.
Oh, you know, I
Watch
know,
Netflix.
I know. A lot of people think that's the way it goes down, but you know what? There's a lot of training that goes on.
Yeah,
You know,
probably practice softball.
the PD has accused us of that before, but no, absolutely not. You know, we work out, we do push-ups, we do push-ups, absolutely all the time. We do push-ups. We walk on our stair mills all the time. We practice our job. You know,
Our job. Yeah, that's a
job
good thing
related
to do.
job related activities.
That's a good
Right,
thing to
yeah,
do.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, while we're waiting, I think we
1
might.
minute left.
We also might have an update from Ballinger or perhaps Brownwood with a live look in some of these. I know Brownwood that they do have the ball. It is now 35
Well,
to
it's
7.
like 27 to nothing right now. You
Right.
want to see that one?
Yeah, China Spring went up another touchdown.
Yeah, so
35-7.
it's now 35 to 7. China Spring on top of Brownwood, and I believe that China Spring is state ranked in Class 4A. So yeah, Brownwood is certainly getting a good ball game tonight. Joe, let's transition to back to Gordonwood Stadium, courtesy of KOXE and the fine folks there in Brownwood. Maybe.
Yeah.
All righty.
Brownwood has the ball.
All right, so we do see Brownwood with the rock. Man, they are moving it. They are not quite done yet. This one's still in the third quarter. Brownwood moving the ball. They do have a pretty nice spread offense. Christian, we saw this spread offense last week. Do any of these players, they remind you of maybe some of these guys that you played with there as a Central Bobcat?
Most definitely. We saw great plays from them last week against Greenwood, and their wide receivers really, know how to, catch the ball and make plays after the catch.
Yards after the catch, the yak.
Some yak, of course.
Yeah, so it's always good to see some of that. Here we are.
They're
Still
running
moving,
it a little bit too.
Moving it here. I'm not sure if they're in desperation mode just yet. They're running the football here. Would you like to see them maybe take a few shots downfield?
Of course. I'm sure their home fans would as well.
Maybe they're baiting. Maybe they're baiting this Cougar defense to maybe.
It's all part of the plan.
Yeah,
play action.
Yeah.
So we're taking a live look there at Gordonwood Stadium, courtesy of KOXE and Brownwood ISD. Now, this highlight presented by Eggemeyer's General Store, the best little general store in West Texas. And a pretty good ball game going on down there at Gordonwood Stadium. Wow, so we're seeing a little screen action there.
Yeah.
So
China Spring flying
they're
around.
They're
Pretty
moving.
good.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're trying to move the football in that one there. Joe, where do we stand on Sweetwater and our Lakeview Chiefs?
Well, we stand on, it's in a card.
They're getting deep in Mason territory.
And I just got it in, and we're about to put it in.
All right.
But I dropped it, and I hope the card's still good. These things fragile.
Looks like San Saba's driving on Mason.
Okay.
Pretty close in the red zone.
What's we have a score from San Saba?
I think it's still 14 zip.
San Saba's still at 14-0.
14-0.
Yep,
San Saba, this
got
is
some,
a pretty good little football team.
Yeah.
They're also a state-ranked team in Class 2A.
Had a pretty good run last year, man.
Yeah, they've had some pretty good runs in the last few seasons, so it'll be interesting to see what these guys are up to and what they can do this season. They did plenty of things against El Dorado in week 1. They showed us what they can do last week, so I would assume that they're kind of on pace to do something else. So right now, as we speak, Joe Hyde is efforting a highlight with Sweetwater and our Lakeview Chiefs. And
You're making this awkward, man.
Well. Okay. All right. So we will also peek into that one and get to you some final scores. Also joining us on the program tonight, San Angelo artist Gabriel Lucky. He will join us here in just a few moments. We will not bid farewell to Mason Matthews just yet. We'll see him coming up a little bit
I'm
later.
going to go drink some coffee and stretch.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do.
we'll put on a good stretch.
Yeah.
Perhaps maybe the stretchy pants. I know what do you got? Shorts
No,
on
I
tonight?
did shorts tonight. No stretchy pants.
You wearing shorts?
Yeah, I didn't know if you're gonna get like a full shot, so I didn't want to like go. I didn't want to go full stretchy pants because I would have never heard the end of that.
Okay.
So, fire department, they would have never let me hear the end of that. So, but I did maybe go stretchy shirt.
Did you tell the folks from San Angelo Fire Department that you were coming on?
Only a few, just because I knew they might be watching the live feed, and I didn't know if it would be apprapprote what they would write on the live feed.
Hey, we'll take anything.
Yeah. Well,
be careful
it's not about you, Manny. So, no one's gonna. So hopefully, I don't think anybody said anything bad about me yet. But if they do, it could happen. It could happen. So.
All right. So yeah, hopefully we haven't seen any of the firefighters chime in.
That's good.
Hey,
that's my man right there.
Dustin Vick.
Dustin Vick. He said fireboat. He knows exactly what I was talking about. See, Joe, you were not laughing at my joke. My friend Dustin Vick laughed at my joke.
Someone laughed at your joke.
Yes, and I didn't even tell him to. He just did it because we're.
He's not paying him.
No.
He's not paying him.
He did it because we're bros.
Hey, we got some Lakeview.
All right, so. We do have Lakeview and Sweetwater efforted for you tonight. We told you as promised. So, Joe, take us away. We do have the shot sheet ready to rock and roll. And brought to you by Eggemeyer's General Store, the best little general store in San Angelo and West Texas. Joe, take So here we go. Leo Holsey, he's hooking up with Darian Carr. Yeah, that's a touchdown there. Albert Rodriguez, well, he's coming back. How you doing, Tristan Franklin? Wow. Harrison Foster breaking up that one. Then Leo Holsey to Jackson Dodd. This one, that is a 2-point conversion. That's good. A little later, Albert Rodriguez. Yeah, this kid doing some work for about 14 yards. It is 34-6 Sweetwater at this point. But Rodriguez not done quite yet. Look at this guy ripping it down the field, hooking up with Darian Carr. Yeah, that'll work. Then Rodriguez hand off to Pablo Madero for a gain of 6 yards. Then it is Rodriguez, the QB1, sneaking it in. That'll do. 2-yard touchdown, 2-point conversion good. That was 34-14 Lakeview. Something
he went
like
in
that.
and came out.
It didn't go down.
Well, at least they got in. That's all it's up. So, Mason, it has been a pleasure having you on the program. We'll see you in just a bit.
Yeah.
It's always good chatting
yes,
with
sir.
you, my man.
Thank you, man.
And
you do a great job. I'm gonna. We didn't plan this, so I'm just gonna go out and say, man. West Texas football is a religion, right? Obviously.
Certainly.
And man, I know I speak for everybody. Players, fans, family. You're doing a great job with COVER1, man. And I know. I enjoy it, obviously, and I know they do too. So
it's a good time.
Awesome.
It's a good time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Wall 24-0.
Hey, Joe, before we
Wall's not winning.
Before we wave goodbye to Mason and we bring in Gabriel. Hey, can you pull up the scores here?
I can.
And so
you realize that this is technology, man.
Oh yeah.
You're like a technology guy.
Yeah, Joe is Mr. Technology.
You are technology.
All right, so here we'll welcome Gabriel Lucky here in just a bit. Right now, Brownwood and China Springs, 35-7. China Springs leading the Lions there at Gordonwood Stadium. They're in the third quarter. Very best. Robert Lee, Christian, take us away on
We
these
got a
scores,
good
my
game here. Robert Lee up 27-26 on very best so far. It's looking to be a close one out in the Robert Lee. We got Borden County up 40-34 on Rankin, also in the fourth quarter. Looking to be a good one as well. Sonoran Cristoval, your Cougars up 22-14. Hopefully they can close that one. Sweetwater, we saw 46-20. They're up on Lakeview at their homecoming. Ira and Eden, looks not pretty for Eden, the Bulldogs. 60-18. Post and Littlefield. And we got Refugio and Edna. Refugio up 21-14 on Edna so far. They're in the third quarter. Mason, not looking good for them right now. 14-0. San Saba's up on them.
Hey, remember when Mason was like the state champ?
Bomb.
That was like, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, they're always a great team, always. Goldweight up 40-0 on Olney. That's no good. Haskell up 20-16 on Cross Plains right now.
The Indians are finally killing the Buffalo.
Yes, they are. Well, I don't know about killing. It's a 4-point game. Still in the fourth quarter. Still in the fourth quarter.
Yet?
Not yet. Erie County. Oh wow, 51-6, 45 points right there. Final for them over Fort Davis. Hamlin.
A lot of six-man finals.
A lot. Hamlin just running over Albany 42-6 in that one. That's a final. Another final here. Wheeler 15-7 over Quanah. Dumas 30-0 in the fourth quarter over Perryton. Dumas looking to take that one out. Strawn up 32-8 over Bryson here in the third quarter. And Canadian 39-12 over Bushland, still in the third quarter. Merkel and Hawley, we got ourselves a great game here. 21-20, Merkel up barely, just by one. Childress over Stanford, they're up pretty big there, 44-14. Fort Stockton, not pretty for them. Glenrose 40-0 over them. That's a final right there. And Cal Allen, Waco, it's a clash right there. Over for them. Waco La Vega takes it 14-7. It's a close game right there.
I guess you want to see the scoreboard. Ropes, Menard.
Yeah, Ropes just handing it to Menard. 33-0, still in the fourth quarter. Yellow Jackets, not quite pretty for them. Argyle, 28-14 over Salina. Lampasas, 36-14 over Wimberley. That one's at the half right now. Amarillo, River Road, and Wellington. Wellington barely up 26-20 in the fourth quarter. And Jim Ned, wow, not looking good for Barron and his Eastland team. They're up 42-14 over Eastland. Cisco, Breckenridge, Cisco 7-0. Looked like a defensive game there at the half. Wink up on Alpine, 25-13 at the half. Comanche and Early. We got Comanche up 28-7 so far on Early. And Anson and Dublin, that's a pretty close one right there. Anson up 21-14 in the third quarter. Garden City, that's not pretty right there for Hart. 52-6, that's the final in Garden City. Coleman and Brady, wow, this is a very close game. 12-9 at the half.
Well, Coleman's coming up.
They are. And then we saw this game. This was 20-0, wasn't it?
No,
San Antonio? 21-0 over Wall. So
right now, this one 24-6. Wall trailing Cornerstone
So
Christian
Wall-
in the fourth quarter. So
Wall got on the board.
yeah,
All right.
Bront Roby 54-6. Christian, you want to finish us off there in these final scores?
Sure,
That's
yes,
it.
sir.
That's the last score.
Alrighty. Okay, so we bid farewell to Mason Matthews for now. We're going to see him coming up in the show with a push-up
I like
challenge.
the swag, man.
Yeah.
I like it.
Just
Definitely.
dripping with swag right here.
Do you button that shirt up?
I can. Hey, my wife dresses me, and this is, and then she undresses me. So this is what you get. This is what you get.
You gotta come on my show fully clothed.
Okay. I'm gonna. She's gonna be upset that you did this, but I'm gonna do it.
So, if you folks don't know, this is Gabriel Lucky, probably one of the most respected artists in San Angelo and West Texas. In fact, a good friend of mine here. It's an honor to share the desk with you.
Well,
here
thank
tonight.
y'all so much for having me. First of all, beautiful studio. I feel like I'm at Jimmy Kimmel's show. And y'all didn't have to do the buffet for me, guys. I mean, caviar. Hey, next time I come in, street tacos.
Okay, street tacos just for you, Gabe. We'll cut out the we'll bring in the champagne too.
We can do that. Bubbly's always good. I'll never turn down bubbly.
All right, so Gabriel Lucky here. In fact, he's brought us a little swag. Dream the product. You can find him on the gram. Little Donald Trump 45 right here. Gabe, you're selling these on the gram and throughout your.
I sell stickers,
my
my art, definitely. But this was in particular one of my favorite ones because it's our president.
Yeah.
So you gotta represent the president. So.
Yeah. So that's this is kind of what we're looking at.
Hold it up higher.
The sticker of 45, courtesy of Mr. Gabriel Lucky.
Does that do it justice?
Does that do it justice?
You know what kind of camera I got on this phone?
Is that a Samsung?
Orange, you glad he brought these?
Hey, easy,
Wow.
easy.
We got jokes.
She's got jokes tonight. So Gabriel, we know you so much as an artist, but yet you're a connoisseur of sports and certainly football. Am I right?
Of life.
Okay.
Of life.
Yes,
Of
very
life.
much. But you do enjoy sports. You do enjoy some football.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I'm a Texan, so you gotta love football.
You gotta.
Now Christian, obviously, he's coming off his senior season playing for the San Angelo Central Bobcats.
Oh, okay.
A 2-year letterman.
Fresh face here.
A starter there for the last 2 seasons.
Wow.
Great player. Did you play football growing up?
I played a little bit of football. I was more of a boxer growing up.
Okay.
So I was boxing since I was 7 years old up until 18, 19 years old.
Okay. So you're known to be a fighter, something along those lines.
I wouldn't say that.
A lover or a fighter, Gabe?
A little bit of both. How about that?
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
I'm putting you on the laws. I'm putting you on the spot there. We do have an updated score to pass along to you. Wall. It is official. It's a final tonight as they fall to San Antonio Cornerstone Christian 24-6. Man,
wow,
that is a tough loss for them. But it's not all bad because San Antonio Cornerstone Christian. Let's put this in perspective. Last week they went up to the Dallas Metroplex area, and Deion Sanders. We all know who Deion Sanders is. Prime time.
Oh yeah.
So his team out of the Cedar Hill area, which is a private school, they handed it to San Antonio Cornerstone Christian. They doubled them up. And here's San Antonio Cornerstone Christian taking on the Wall Hawks. The Hawks managed to hang with them tonight. They have a quarterback that's a highly recruited guy. He's headed to the University of Arkansas. I don't think they should hold their hat down on this one.
It's still early in the season.
Oh, certainly, yeah. And they always have a tough schedule, so it's really no big deal for them. I think they'll certainly regroup the troops.
It's Wall. It's Wall.
These guys, that's just all they do out there.
They're the best. They'll come back, and shout out to all my Wall people. I love y'all.
Yeah.
Out there.
Certainly. Joe, did we lose a feed here?
No, we're doing good.
Oh yeah.
We've lost nothing.
We haven't lost our certain. There's Joe Hyde.
Oh wait.
This is live.
Yeah.
This is live. Oh, okay.
You know what?
This is not recording.
We did lose a feed.
Oh god.
Oh goodness.
So
Joe.
Oh no, you're gonna have to. We did lose a feed. This is not good.
Certainly when.
Take a picture of Manny trying to fix the feed.
So this is live.
This is live.
This is live. Yeah. They lost us.
live.
They lost us.
I broke the camera.
You're too pretty for the camera.
Oh man. I broke the camera. Happens all the time.
Go home.
We're gonna go to Lakeview Stadium for a second.
Joe, why don't you go to some scores here, and that way we can figure out what's going on. How about that?
He looks disappointed in you right now.
He's like, shame on you.
Huh? Just y'all keep talking. Why do you keep highlighting Trump? You're gonna make all the Democrats mad.
I'm highlighting art.
Oh, it's art.
All right, Joe, take us away with a little Lakeview Stadium.
this is a place that this small community came together. This is where your family gathered together. This is where people came to watch the game, to be entertained, to meet people. And your family history, if you're from Lakeview, your family history came from this stadium and from this area. And the pride that we have in Lakeview, when I talk to people outside, and we'll be talking about Lakeview, people will say, where is this Lakeview? I said, well, it's in San Angelo. Well, I thought you lived in San Angelo. No, I grew up in Lakeview.
My name is Adrian Soto. I was a Lakeview Chief from 2000 to 2002, and I played at Lakeview Stadium. Early memories of the stadium go on from age probably 8 and above. My father was a Coca-Cola repairman. He repaired lots of, like all the Coke soda machines up here. So during the games, he had to be here all the time at home games. And I came along every time. Sat up in the stands by myself, probably age 10, 12 years old, and immediately fell in love with just how the community took on the team and just the atmosphere of the place.
My name is Jeremy Bartz. I'm a proud graduate of Lakeview High School, class of 1995. Mom and Dad would bring us out here, and of course, as a young kid, I played on a Pee Wee football team, Cowboys way back then, and our dream at that time was to play in the Super Bowl right here at Lakeview Stadium. It seemed huge to us. We were just little 8, 9-year-old kids out here playing a game that we loved, and every time you got to walk in this stadium, there was something about it.
My name is Alan Gilbert, Judge Alan Gilbert, class of 1971 from Lakeview High School. Proud to be from Lakeview. Of my memories go back from the time I was 8 years old until I played, and then I started cooking with several gentlemen to cook for the Meet the Chiefs to help to raise funds for Lakeview and cooking briskets. And then my 2 boys came along, and Brady and Sterling played football and played right here on this field. I lived every dad's dream. I not only watched my 2 boys play football together in high school and baseball, but I watched them play college football together, and then I watched them coach at Lakeview High School on this field. I drive by here at any given time, and you automatically look to this field. You automatically look to see the Lakeview Stadium sign. It's very obvious. One thing that I do know throughout the years, every new head football coach or coaches that we got in here, one of the first things they said was all the opponents hated to come to Lakeview Stadium because there's like maybe 10 yards between the sideline and where the fans are sitting.
It was kind of a menacing place to come play, I'll be honest with you. By the time we got to be juniors and seniors, our student section and band ended up moving over to the east side of the stadium because the home side was completely full of fans. And it was a rough time for anybody coming in here.
I had a buddy of mine named Jason Arnold. We called him Cheese. His mother was always in the stands, had a gong, would just gong in like when we had a certain play. It was just being able to have, like, you could turn around, I could hear my dad, like, my dad was gonna cheer loud, and I could hear him like he was just 2 rows up because it's so condensed. It was awesome.
It stung a little bit. This was home. We had bonfires right out here in the parking lot back at homecoming, back when I was, when I was growing up, and so moving over to Central Stadium, as we called it back then, now it's San Angelo Stadium, it was a little different. We only saw San Angelo Stadium at the time for track meets and such like that.
I think Northside, we're missing a lot of things in North San Angelo, The pride is here though, and not to make it political, but you always want your voices heard, and I wish people would ask those things like, well, what does North San Angelo want? Where do you want to play at? Lakeview, where do you want to play? And listen and try. I understand the financial aspects, but I'm sure there's ways to make things work, and I think these things are important.
If there were ever a situation where we're playing, say, Big Spring or Andrews or one of those teams that we used to really battle with in the trenches, having that game out here would probably be a lot of fun. I think you'd get a lot of support. I think a lot of people would come out and watch it. But it's also one of those situations where you're at Mother Nature's, you're at her whim. Whatever she wants to do is how this game is going to be played, and it would be very tough to schedule that type of game and not know what the weather was going to do.
My father passed away a couple of years ago, so one of my favorite photos that I have was, you know, my mom and my dad taking us down, you know, 50-yard line, walking down the, you know, the middle of the field towards everybody as they announced the seniors and whatnot. And I can still feel that like it was yesterday. So it's just, this field has so many different memories, whether it be playing football or just, you know, just being with my parents on, you know, fun days like that, because football's special. I think that's what I'm going to cherish the most. I mean, multiple things, but the memories that it's provided for me, that I'll hold dear forever.
All right, we got some scores for y'all here. We got Waco La Vega up on Cal Allen right now in the fourth quarter, barely though. 14-13 Post over Littlefield. That's a blowout right there, 58-6. Salina 14-28. Argyle's up on them right now in the third quarter. Refugio and Edna. Refugio up 14-28. We got Lampasas 36-14 over Wimberley, still in the third quarter. Goldwaite and Olney. Goldwaite pulling ahead in this one, 46-8. It's not the final, it's fourth quarter still. Cisco 14-0 over Breckenridge right now in the fourth quarter. Ropes and Menard. Ropes pulling through this one, 33-6 over the Yellow Jackets. We got Wink 31-13 over Alpine right now. They're still in the third quarter. Comanche and Early. Comanche 28-7 over Early so far in this one. Third quarter still. Junction just handing it to Ira Ann. Junction 66-18. Smithville and Shiner. We saw this one 21-6 right now. Shiner over Smithville. Roscoe and Miles. Miles 29-0. That one's looking good for them. Highland and Blackwell. Highland up 20. We got 42-22 over Blackwell. Winters and Bangs. Bangs looking good in that one, 28-12. Very Best and Robert Lee. Very Best pulling away right here, 32-27. They still have some time left in that game though. TLCA and Grape Creek. The Eagles, Battle of the Eagles. Grape Creek up 20-12 over TLCA. Mason and San Saba. We got San Saba up 17-0 still in the third quarter. We'll see if Mason can pull through and come back. Ballinger over Colorado City right now, 27-0. That's in the third quarter as well.
Keep talking about Ballinger and Colorado City.
Ballinger looking good in this one right now, 27-0. Trying to blow out Colorado City in this one. Not looking good for them.
We're trying to get the video back. We're looking for it. Put it on them. All right, we got the video back.
We're live.
Is that awesome? We're back.
We're good.
But Manny's missing.
I broke the camera.
We
Guys,
kidnapped
I'm
him.
sorry. I mean, what do you expect bringing me on after that model of a guy, Mason?
Tight shirts, man. I told you, just the tight shirts.
Jeez, it's all about angles
Hey,
and lighting.
It is about angles. I will give you that.
Angles and lighting.
And I'm short, so I had to. You were next to a
Don't
tall
shake
guy.
the camera.
Next to a tall guy.
I feel like we need to follow up next week with like women that know sports. Really beautiful women that know sports.
Name one. I'm joking. I know a few.
Hold on, I'm in.
I know a few. I know a few that can hang with the big boys in sports.
Yeah.
Go back to Lakeview Stadium.
Can you?
I wore my Charger gear today and got bagged on at the gym.
Oh yeah, I mean you're in Texas.
Yeah, that's something to expect when you wear that. My best friend's a Chargers fan though. He's from San Diego, so good old T-Debs.
I mean I love San Diego. I do, but
We lost a lot of love our Chargers did when they moved to LA, but I won't ever leave them.
well.
Stay loyal to the end.
So we still live.
Yes, we are
Oh.
still live. We are still live.
Gabriel, how long have you lived in San Angelo?
I've lived here all my life,
So
actually.
you should know the names of the teams from throughout the region.
I can. You know, what do you want me to do? Read off some scores? I
I
can do
want
it.
you to tell me who the mascots are.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah.
Do you think you can do the mascots?
I give it a try.
Oh, come on. I bet you.
How many do I get a list?
All right, we'll get a list. They're going to be at random.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so we're going to do some more scores, and Gabriel Lucky is going to let us know what the mascots are, and then we'll have our resident football expert.
Okay, let's blow that up so I can see.
Huh?
All right.
Can you
You
let
want
him
me to
hurry
blow
about
it up?
this?
No, thank you. No, I'm joking. Those were nice.
All right, all right.
No, they're not. It's okay.
All right. Ballinger, Colorado
All right.
City. 34-0 Ballinger are the Bearcats. Colorado City, the Eagles.
Eagles.
Right or wrong?
Whoa, they're the Wolves.
The Wolves. Hey, I was close. It's an animal. Coahoma, 59-20 over El Dorado in the third quarter. El Dorado Eagles. Coahoma. I know this one. Coyotes.
No, not the Coyotes.
Wolves.
Close. I think you're in the
The
right.
dog.
The dogs. Yeah, they're the dogs. Aren't they
The Bulldogs. The Bulldog. Coahoma dog. The Hounds.
No, the Bulldogs.
Brownwood over China. Oh, I'm sorry. Brownwood versus China Springs, 35-14 in the fourth quarter. Brownwood is.
Are you really from San Angelo? You don't know who the Brownwood is?
Brownwood.
Simba.
The Brownwood Lions.
Yes.
Lions.
And China Springs. That's a tough one. I mean, it's got to be tough.
The Covids.
Stop it.
The Cougars.
There you go. That was close. I've never even heard of China Springs. Forgive me for that.
You've never heard of China
Never
Springs?
heard of them. Never.
And are you really from out here?
I think so.
Or
Yes,
you
my
like-
mom tells me I'm
don't
from
you
there.
Live like in San Angelo, you never leave. There's a train track. You can ride a train out of here.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you go.
It's a one-way ticket.
Go places.
Lakeview Chiefs, Sweetwater Mustangs. Am I right?
Yes.
100%. All right. Bushland, never heard of them. 19.
Falcons.
Canadian. I've heard of Canadian in the Panhandle, right? They are in the Panhandle. I know that. I don't know their mascot. Probably Canadians. Stamford versus Childress, 58-14. Childress. I've heard that before. Eagles.
Bobcats.
They're the Bobcats.
Bobcats.
Okay.
All right, we'll stop guessing because we're getting into we're getting into some tight corners in West Texas right now.
Okay, now you're talking
This is
places.
not West Texas. This is Central Texas.
Hey, I mean, if I lived in Rhode Island, I would know everybody. We live in Texas, guys. Like,
There's too many teams.
definitely Waco, La Vega. The La Vega's got to be the Gamblers.
Close to Pirates.
Yeah. Post Texas, 58 over Littlefield. Guys, I don't know. Stumped. Pass. Next.
How about you?
This one I
Gobble
don't know.
Balls.
Littlefield Tigers?
Yeah, it sounds right. If they're not, they should be.
All right, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back live, y'all.
I don't know how Manny does that. Just
He knows them all.
all of them.
He knows
We're just like that. I don't
Are
understand.
you kidding? I believe it. I mean, he's a
Anyway,
true professional.
So for everyone watching at home, what's going on right now? We have a little technical problem with our main camera, and Manny is and myself are over here trying to figure out why we can't get this main camera to talk to our CGI machine.
Oh.
So that's why we have Gabe Lucky here to tell jokes.
That's wow. Really?
On the spot.
I didn't sign up
On
for
the
this.
spot.
No, I'm playing. Well, what do you want to know? I'll tell you. I have answers.
We're resetting it one more time, and if this doesn't work, I'll get up there and mess with it. Is that the last box?
I guess I'll take this time slot to thank all my supporters out there.
What do you do, Gabe? What exactly do you do? You like sit around and like go, I think I'm an artist.
No, I didn't think that, honestly. I've been an artist my whole life, but I didn't really get coined the artist thing until people started coining me that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, So they started calling me an artist, and I just go with it, you know, if that's what they want to call me.
Even Central High School recent grad Christian here to your right, he has heard of you.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Christian,
Cool.
have you heard of Gabe Lucky?
I mean, like I said, the wings downtown, you know,
What do you mean
everybody,
the wings?
the wings
Like
he drew.
chicken
You
wings?
see it? No, like angel wings.
The angel
Yeah.
wings.
They're great, yeah.
Angel
All the
wings.
girls will stand in front of it and take selfies. That's
Yes.
those wings in the downtown.
I see it on everybody's profile picture.
Yes.
Yes.
I
It
viewed
warms
on
my
that.
heart.
Even Billy has the wings in one of his profile
Oh,
pictures.
really?
He does.
Shout out to Billy.
Who's Billy?
My husband,
Oh,
Wild Bill.
Oh, Wild Bill. Okay. No, well, yeah. So the wings, but I'm mainly a studio artist, a gallery artist. I do canvas paintings, whatnot. But like I said, I didn't even know I was an artist until people started. I still don't even consider myself an artist. I just do me. And I hope people like it, you know.
Gabe also does some really cool renovation stuff.
renovation.
Oh.
Hey, we got Manny Diaz back in.
Hey.
So it's been that kind of show. We have Gabriel Lucky, one of the more respected artists here in San Angelo and throughout West Texas. Of course, our former San Angelo Central Bobcat, Christian Gabaldon. Man, it's been one heck of a night, Gabriel. So you've kind of seen a little bit, kind of the behind the scenes action, kind of what we do here with all the scores and all the good stuff at Texas high school football. We were talking a little about this push-up challenge.
I thought you were joking about that.
Well, I mean,
joking too.
I feel like everyone's chickening out right now.
If I'd have known I was gonna do push-ups, I wouldn't have worn my dangly earring.
It's all based on the dangly earring.
There's a lot of weight to that.
Oh my God. You're a little stronger in your left arm there.
You know.
Now, Gabe, your boy, he does play football, doesn't he? Your oldest son?
Yes, sir. I got a son, 13-year-old plays football for Lee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. What position does he play?
Right now he's slot receiver.
Oh, okay.
So, starting slot receiver A team.
Hey,
Shout out. Shout
right
out.
on.
Nice.
All right on. So we'll
The apple doesn't fall, too far from the tree.
the apple of athleticism there. So Gabe Lucky, of course, joining us on the program tonight. COVER1 Live. We're going to about 10:30 or so tonight. We did see the Wall Hawks come up just a little bit shy tonight. What was it, 24-6?
Yes.
To San Antonio Cornerstone Christian. So we'll see what they have in store next week. I believe. Let's kind of look and see what we have on the schedule for them.
A bounce back game.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's a bounce back.
I'm
game.
hoping we'll update you on that. But right now, we did see just a few moments ago Sweetwater in Lakeview, the Mustangs leading the Chiefs 52-34 with less than 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of that ball game. So
I've seen crazier things.
Well, we saw them last week. Did you see how they kind of fared last week? Did you hear about it? How they?
I
did
heard
last
about
week?
it. Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
so they were down pretty big in the first half, and then they pulled out just a whale of a second half, won it 44-41 on the road against Pecos. Crazy things happen out
It can happen.
way West Texas.
You got to believe. You have to believe.
You gotta believe, yeah, most definitely. So right now let's see what we get for San Angelo Lakeview next week. So we've seen a lot of these guys in action tonight. Did you see some of these scores, Gabe? Did any of these scores kind of surprise you tonight?
I mean, it's early in the season, so right now, I think. Especially with COVID, that's another thing, another wrench that was thrown in the mix. So, with practices and whatnot, things could be rusty right now for both sides. So,
certainly,
I don't think any team is running full steam right now. I think there's a little rust on everybody. But that's just my opinion.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So, the Lakeview Chiefs, it's not looking good for them down the stretch of this game. They will return to action next week. They'll be back. They'll be on the road against the Snyder Tigers. Last season, they managed to pull out a dub against the Tigers here in San Angelo. It was on their way to a 3-0 start. Right now, they're facing they're looking to possibly suffer their first loss of the season. So, what's kind of going down the road here for Lakeview? We have Brownfield, Fabens, and Hereford to round off the non-district schedule. Brownfield, a pretty good team. Fabens, and then you get Hereford. Hereford kind of had their way with the Chiefs last season at San Angelo Stadium as a Saturday matinee kind of ball game. So yeah, that's kind of rounds it off. But hey, good thing for the Chiefs, they're gonna make the playoffs.
No matter what.
You want to know why?
How's that?
So there's only 4 teams in their district.
Okay.
4 teams make the playoffs. Yeah. It's part of the UIL's Everybody Wins program.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, that's kind of what happens.
Outcome-based football.
Millennials. You know, everybody's a winner.
They're not millennials anymore. They're like NetGen or something.
Yeah, it's
Next
everyone gets a
Aren't
trophy.
you a millennial, Gabe?
I don't know what I think I'm generation. I don't really know what I am. Who knows?
You don't know?
I don't know what I am.
Oh, wait, no.
I'm from outer space.
You don't know the mascots.
I'm telling you, man. I've been trying to tell you guys I'm from outer space, right? I'm from outer space.
Yeah, let's look up the actual definition of a millennial and let's see what.
If I fit in there.
Yeah. So.
I'm a millennial.
The millennial, the ages.
I am. I'm a millennial. I found something out.
22 and 38. So yeah. So.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you my age though.
Okay. Well, there we go. Well, we'll just. I think this may say it. So Gabriel and I are both millennials. We'll just put it at that.
Wow. And you're like, and I was born in 1983. Wow.
We won't cut.
I don't like. To me, age is it's one of them things.
Okay.
It's neither here or there.
Yeah, certainly. Now, Gabe, you do a lot of. Now, your art is built around a lot of different things. It's pop art.
Pop art.
A lot of pop culture. You've painted a lot of different figures, but you have done some sport figures.
I have.
Certainly, Kobe Bryant.
Recently.
R.I.P. Kobe Bryant in that aspect.
Definitely.
Talk about some of these. What kind of goes into your art? Certainly with guys like Kobe and other sports figures like that you've done.
Well, like when it comes to figures, pop art, for me, it's not necessarily the body of work that they did, whether it be basketball, whether it be musicians or whatnot. For me, it's about the impact or the footprint that they left on society.
Okay.
So I do paint a lot of people who have passed, and it's because you don't really know what you have until it's gone.
Certainly.
So having said that, I should paint more people who are living, but
it's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. When they're gone, it impacts you, but when they're here, you take it for granted. But definitely, when they're gone, you start to reflect on the footprint that they leave, here on the earth, and so for that, I want to, I like to paint them.
Yeah. So sports figures you've done Kobe. Who else have you done?
Most recently, David Bowie.
Okay.
You'll have to check it out. It's amazing.
I've seen
if I say so myself.
I've seen sneak peeks of it on the Facebook, and so yeah, fantastic stuff. Updated score for you with about $1 left in the game. Grape Creek and TLCA, and wow, did somebody had to win in this one, and somebody's going to get their first win of the season. Right now, Grape Creek leading TLCA 42-18.
Wow.
Sonia Ramirez Munoz is back there cheering. Is she? No, we'll hear from her in a bit. She's a Grape Creek alum, proud Grape Creek Eagle. They're going to move to 1-2 on the season unless TLCA just pulls something out of the hat there with about a minute and 1 second left. More scores to pass along to you. How about Smithville and Shiner? 35-6 Shiner in this one. Roscoe Miles, 29-7. The Bulldogs leading in the fourth quarter over the Plowboys. Goldthwaite only, 48-8. Eagles leading the Cubs there. That is a final score in that ball game. Moving along, Highland Blackwell, the Hornets, 42-22 there. Very best, Robert Lee, 30. Wow, what a ball game there. That's a final.
Quite the ball game.
Man, we should have sent Bellini out to that one. Why didn't we send him up to that one?
That's a good game right there, definitely.
Yeah. 32-33. Gabe, what do you know about six-man football?
There's 12 men on the field.
There's 12 guys on the field. All right, so Cal Allen, Waco, La Vega. Man, this is a great ball game. That's a true battle of two Texas high school football titans there. Rankin, Borden County. Man, what a finish. Borden County was down most of this game, weren't they, Christian?
They were.
They won it 40-34. Salina and Argyle, 35-14. Argyle a winner tonight.
Mind if I get one?
Oh, hey, take us away here.
All right, guys. Lampasas versus Wimberley in the third quarter. Lampasas 43-14 Wimberley. Boom goes the dynamite. I've always wanted to say that.
Hey, Wimberley what?
Wimberley 14.
No, Wimberley, what?
Wimberley tennis players.
The Wimberley Texans.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I love them already.
What is Lampasas, like the Cowboys?
The Badgers.
Oh, now that's
Wait. So
Badgers versus Cowboys.
Badgers versus Cowboys.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so Wimberley kind of doing, or Lampasas having their way over there.
Yep.
All right. Post.
I took you out of your mojo. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, Post 58, Littlefield 6, and the final. Post with the win.
Post what, Gabe?
Oh, y'all just told me this. Y'all just told me this.
Were the deer and the
headlights.
Where the deer and the antelope play. So they are the antelopes. The lopes. Post lopes.
Guys.
See, this
There's more brains up here than y'all. Hey, y'all really y'all taking it to me right now.
We're naming mascots. I mean, it's not like you have to be a brain surgeon to name mascots or anything. So I mean,
I'm just calling them what I would call them.
Yeah,
what would you call the Jim Ned?
Jim Ned. Now, to me, they would be the Jim Ned Cowboys.
I would call them the Flintstones.
Oh, Jim Ned. He said it.
The Flintstones.
Hey, Jim Ned, famous quarterback, comes from there.
Yeah, Colt McCoy.
There you go.
They
I would name them Jim Ned Colt McCoys. The Jim Ned Colts.
Oh,
Jim Ned Colts.
He went out. He left Jim Ned and went to high school in Austin.
Yep.
No.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
He graduated from Jim Ned and then went off to the University of Texas in Austin.
That's what I mean. High school.
Yeah.
No, he went to college at UT.
UT.
high school.
No, UT.
UT's not a
Longhorns.
college, it's a high school.
Okay, let's call them Jim Ned Colts.
Tuscolta is what they refer it to.
All right, next.
Oh.
Tuscolta, get it? Because they're in Tuscola. Never mind. We'll keep it moving here.
There's a hand over
Amarillo River Road, 20. Wellington 26 final. Wellington with the win.
Wellington Skyrockets there.
God, you're good. He's good.
He is good.
Wink Alpine. Man, how about this one here, Gabe? 31-20, Wink?
31-20. Wink. Now, I do know that. Roy Orbison. Wink.
Roy Orbison.
The Wink Orbinsons. Am I right?
Mama don't know who can't hurt her.
Am I right? Oh, Comanche Indians. 35, early,
You
7.
Comanche Indians?
They are the Comanche Indians, Joe. Yeah, that is true.
They are?
They are. The Comanche
I got that right?
Indians. Yeah.
Oh my
They need to change their name.
Why?
Because
It's
you
politically
can't have-
incorrect.
If the team formerly known as the How You Doings in Washington
Yeah.
can't be the How You Doings, these guys can't be Indians.
With the Halamachek brothers.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you understand what I'm
It's
saying?
politically incorrect.
Well, I don't know if it's politically incorrect. It's like illegal now.
Oh, come on.
I mean, yeah, you got lawyers all lined up. They're ready to sue everyone that's called an Indian.
Well, then I
You
want.
can't even say the word anymore.
Then we need to rename the Cleveland Browns.
Their Cleveland Browns are named after a guy named Brown.
Oh, well.
It wasn't a brown guy.
Oh, man. All right, moving along here. Comanche 35-7, Edna Refugio. Hey, the Bobcats, the defending state champs, 42-14 over Edna in the fourth quarter. Hey, Gabe, keep us going here.
All right. Anson Tigers 36 versus the Dublin McGregors. The McGregors. The McGregors. No, on a serious note, Anson 36, Dublin 22 in the third quarter. That's a good game. It's still good. That's plenty of
There's
time.
still plenty of
And look
time.
at this. Brady came back. Well, Brady's holding on still.
Brady 12 over Coleman 9, fourth quarter.
Living on a prayer there.
The Winners Blizzards, I know them. 14 over Bang's Energy Drinks, 35, fourth quarter. Mason, wonk wonk, 0. San Saba, 17. The Punchers, fourth quarter. San Saba, I know San Saba. The famous actor have come from there.
Yeah, in fact, he coached football here in Central, didn't he?
No, I'm talking about Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
He's from San Saba.
Didn't he? Wasn't he in Friday Night Lights, the movie?
That was Billy Bob Thornton.
Bill, I get these three names. They all sound Tommy Lee Jones, Billy Bob Thornton. Well, which one was French fries?
That's Tommy. No. That's
That's Sling Blade. That's still Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
So Billy Bob Thornton
married
the
the
Dixie Chicks.
No.
the real beautiful.
Angelina
Exactly.
Jolie.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Hey, so my hat's off to that guy. Hey, he's a winner. He's a winner.
My hat's off to you for even knowing that. I mean,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
kind of left the celebrity news gossip when Lyle Lovett got dumped by Julia Roberts.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that
But I
really
mean, I was
sad.
pulling for that guy, you know.
It was sad.
All right, we do have a breaking score here. Lakeview falls to Sweetwater tonight,
Can we get a camera back up over here?
58-40. So Sweetwater takes the dub over the Lakeview Chiefs on homecoming night. Yikes. The Chiefs will be back in action next Friday night in Snyder. So unfortunate to drop it on homecoming night. We did have some homecoming winners there. We had a Lakeview Chiefs that was named homecoming king. Was that John
Nice.
Mendes?
John Mendes.
John Mendes.
And Tita. Tita Ramirez, right?
Tita Ramirez.
Right.
There we go.
Hey, he's a winner.
Rivera, not
They're
Ramirez.
winners.
Rivera.
Rivera. Okay, sorry. So sorry.
Keep your heads up, Lakeview. All my brothers on the north side. It's still early in the season.
Well, you know, speaking of Lakeview, we got some Lakeview highlights if you want to see them.
Oh, hold on. Are these updated or are these from what we just saw here?
From
After
Lakeview half. I don't think it's. You know,
1 second.
some
Let me.
people may not have seen them.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go
whenever
Chris
you want to
Berman
cue
on.
that, I'll
All right,
take it away there.
Lakeview at the half. This is what we got. This is
Okay,
the first
so-
half highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all ready?
Yepers, let's do it.
Mark, get set. You know, before I do that.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Oh, what? What happened?
Just keep us going, Joe.
Oh,
Touchdown. That'll work. Hey, and then Albert Rodriguez, pastime here to Tristan Franklin.
Gotta hold on to it.
Big hit. Yeah, that's not going to work there. Leo Holsley back to Jackson Dodd. Oh, that's a 2-point conversion there as the kids from Nolan County are doing some work. Albert Rodriguez here back to work for the Chiefs. And look at him go. That's a 14-yard gain, Gabe. How about that?
Okay.
Right now, at that point, 34-6 Sweetwater. All right, deep pass here for Albert Rodriguez, looking deep downfield. There you go.
Oh, nice defense.
Splitting that one up. Rodriguez, but back to work. Hand off to Pablo Modero for a gain of 6 yards.
Putting in work.
And then Rodriguez.
He's going to punch it in.
What do you say? QB keeper carrying the mail himself. 2-point conversion good. It was 34-14 Sweetwater at the break. Fortunately, the Chiefs coming up on the short end of things, 58-40 against Sweetwater. So, what's that, Joe?
I was just gonna say Lakeview looked pretty good in those highlights from the first half.
They looked all right. It's just they probably had a few loose ends that kind of happened in that one there. Sweetwater, they've been known to have a pretty potent offense, so maybe that's what happened tonight.
And they usually always do. I mean, so.
So, Lakeview will now they now go to 2-1 on the season. So kind of look to pick up things next week. Christian, thoughts on this Lakeview team so far?
Despite taking the L, I think they should, keep their heads high. They got a great team this year. Sweetwater's obviously a good team. So I'm excited to see, how they finish the year and how they bounce back from that loss.
Yeah, and and the next few ball games aren't out of the realm of possibility of picking up the pieces. I mean, they do get Snyder, Brownfield, Fabians, and Hereford in the last 4 games of the non-district season. Winnable games, obviously. I believe Snyder's a winnable game for them. Fabians is definitely one of those. Brownfield
That's
and
a tough
Hereford,
one.
yeah, they will test them immensely. Brownfield, now these guys. These are known as guys, some fellas that can play some basketball, and they're state champs from 2015 or 2016, one of those. But yeah, some guys that know they can hoop. Hereford came down here in San Angelo, had their way with the Chiefs last year. So maybe 2-4, heading into the district season. I guess for down the stretch, the non-district season. So,
but they're still in the playoffs.
They're still in the playoffs. Gabriel Lucky, yes, you are exactly right. They're still heading into the playoffs.
That's my kind of district.
That is, everybody wins. That's the name of the district. Everybody wins. So, But no doubt, kidding aside, Hector Guevara and the Lakeview Chiefs, these guys are certainly on to something. I think he's kind of gradually just changing the culture of things on the north side. For the last few years, it's been tough.
Right.
We've seen some really, really, really one-sided ball games.
Right. How long has he been there?
I believe this is his third season now.
Well, they say it takes 4 to rebuild the team.
Yeah.
It takes at least 4. So
he's doing some things. Now, your son, he plays at Lee Middle School.
Correct.
So are they seeing some ballers already? Have you seen them practice?
Oh, definitely. Well, our team, I actually helped coach his team last year. Went undefeated, by the way.
You see, you got to throw in that caveat.
Shots
there.
fired for everybody out there. Shots fired. Well, we went undefeated anyways, and so a lot of that team, the Seminoles team, made a team, and so we were a strong team. Went down to Dallas, played a lot of Dallas people, played people from Oklahoma, Arkansas, I believe, and we put it to them.
Really?
So a lot of that product is going to Lee and Glenn. So that class will be good. I think. Just the lower class, San Angelo has a lot to look forward to.
So that's 7th grade right now.
Yes.
So we're in 2020. So 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. So in what, 3 or 4 more years?
Yes.
We'll start seeing them kind of
I think
infiltrate.
26. No.
So 2023, 2024, we'll start seeing them kind of come up.
Yeah, correct.
God, that's just. I don't even want to say 2000. I just want to end. I don't even say 2020 anymore.
No, let's not.
What just a weird year.
There's an asterisk by that year. There will always be an asterisk.
Every time you look at that, you put that there and it's let's be done with that. So. So that's something good to look forward to here in the next 3 to 4 years. It's good for Brent Davis and the San Angelo Central Bobcats because we see so many programs of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area. Christian, we saw it last season, the last few years. I mean, these kids they groom talent. And what's interesting about the talent that comes out of those programs is that they move. And they say they don't recruit. I'm not buying any of that.
No.
I know coaches over there, and they tell me, hey, they get a kid to come over here, So here in West Texas, we don't have the pleasure of grooming kids like that. It's play with what you got. Mm-hmm. So you would think they might do something in Middle and Odessa. But I think those schools, those programs, they have too much pride to do that.
I think it's our time here in San Angelo. It's our time to bring home a trophy. You know, and I think it's coming. It really is coming. It's a tough thing, especially here in Texas, to win a championship. At any level, whether you're 6-man, 6A, it doesn't matter. It's a tough deal. But I think our time is coming. I know a lot of these kids down here in the lower grades, and they're real respectful, hard workers, and that's what it takes. Yeah. That West Texas mentality, hard work and good attitude.
And the last time we truly saw like a the last time we saw a West Texas team win it all was over 10 years ago. It was Abilene High in 2009.
Right. My cousin.
Carriola.
Shout out AC
Carriola.
Shout out Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony Carriola.
Shout out Ronell.
He was one of my favorite Abilene Warbirds to watch. Certainly the Sims brothers, Ronell and Herschel. Just did so much work that season. They beat Katy in 2009 to win the class. That was then the Class 5A state championship. Now it's advanced to 6A. But they had that talent. They had that it factor. But they had guys that just were above and beyond better. And in the Dallas Metroplex, they had a lot of good talent. But it's tough. It's tough for West Texas to be that.
It is, and I was at every one of those games. And the thing about West Texas, I don't know that we breed. I shouldn't say breed, but we don't groom big guys. But like I said, they have that hard work mentality.
Yeah.
I know Abilene. Everywhere they showed up, they were the smaller guys.
They were. They
were tough.
There was a safety on that team. His name was Boo Barrientos. He was about 5'6", I think 5'5", 5'6". He was about $150 soaking wet.
Hey, easy now. You're calling my numbers now.
Calling Gabe's numbers.
You're talking my numbers.
Yeah, Boo Barrientos is about 5'5", 5'6", about $130 soaking wet, $150, right around that area there. But man, he can fly up and down the field. He would play defense and just fearless.
Yep.
And it just takes those kind of guys. Yep. We'll see what the San Angelo Central Bobcats have in the next 2 weeks when they go on the road against Colleen Shoemaker. For the opener, the season opener. Next week they do get Abilene Cooper, former Little Southwest Conference rival, in a scrimmage here at San Angelo Stadium. It's on a Thursday night,
Hey,
so we'll have some fun with that.
Is it Abilene Cooper or Abilene Cooper?
Abilene Cooper.
Cooper.
So
Cooper?
So the folks in Abilene, it's always been Abilene Cooper.
It's not Abilene Cooper?
It's like rinse your
Cooper.
dishes.
So,
You gotta rinse
we
them.
messed up all these names because it's like it should be El Dorado.
So
Eldorado.
so they're in Abilene, so it's Abilene Cooper and Cooper.
But it's spelled
wow.
Cooper.
Like
And then you got McMurray University. They don't call it McMurray. They call it McMurray.
McMurray.
You gotta put a little.
You gotta put a little West Texas.
Gotta put a little
twang.
George Strait in it.
And Cristobal should be Cristobal.
No. I mean, maybe if I was from England.
If I was from England.
I was using my accent from Sevilla. Spain.
Oh, well, in that case, I should be Gabriel.
Yes, Gabriel the Angel.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
I like that. It has a ring to it.
Let's stick with that one.
Sounds more artist.
Yeah. Hey Joe, do we have a highlight to go to?
We got some coming down.
I know we want to give.
The problem right now is with the rain and everything kind of slowed down our internet pipes.
COVID.
Or it's COVID. I'm gonna blame it on COVID and 2020.
We just blame everything on COVID in 2020.
Yeah,
How about that?
I mean, we're downloading so much video right now, Manny. These people want to stay on until midnight.
See, this is probably why we needed a direct connect in this show here. We've been doing that.
Yeah, the direct connect.
How are ratings going?
Ratings
I'm all about the numbers, Manny, you know?
First, well, we'll be honest with you. First, week 1 was a little rough. Week 2 got a little bit better. We had some good numbers last night in our preview show. So once the people heard that Mason Matthews and Gabriel Lucky were coming on,
I'll tell you what.
The female viewership just doubled. Overnight. I mean, this is the. I mean, we need.
That's all that's on the internet, just females.
I mean, if I'd have known Mason was coming on the show, I would have never come on. How do you follow that guy?
Because of competition.
How do you follow that guy?
By the way, Mason's out of the push-up contest. He's gone.
Why?
He's out.
Oh, I knew he would. I knew he would duck
He
it.
started walking away. I looked at him and I said like this, and he said, "Gotta go," and he left.
He's ducking it. He's ducking it.
We may have to save it for another day.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. When I showed up, I saw the way he looked at me.
I saw the way.
He sized me up. I went to school with Mason. You know that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He mentioned that. He mentioned that. Yeah.
Where's Mason at? Yeah. I saw the way he looked at me.
You had to go back to the firehouse.
He didn't want nothing to do with it.
Perhaps, yeah. Christian, we'll ask you this because Gabe, he's a well-known artist. How many girls at Central High School know of Gabriel Lucky and his art?
I'm sure too many. I mean,
at
least 80 or more percent. If I had to
Central.
guess.
Wow.
At Central. Oh yeah.
Those are pretty good.
Gabriel Lucky's what?
Art.
His art.
Art. That's because of them wings.
Them wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
in Art
you know.
Alley, you have some stuff in Art Alley, don't you?
I don't.
No?
I didn't participate in that. No. You know.
You mean in Paintbrush Alley?
Paintbrush Alley.
Oh, excuse me, I don't know.
But you can catch the
He
wings.
might have some there. He's just not going to admit
Yeah,
it.
we don't know which one.
Well, you know,
Post art.
the Backstreet Boys, they made a career off of teenagers, preteens. So I'm okay with it. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Why not?
Whatever works.
They go home, tell their parents. The parents buy my art.
Yeah, they'll
works
tell
out.
mom and mama just.
It's a must-have in this town. You know, Gabriel Lucky piece.
A Gabriel Lucky piece. Yeah, I need to certainly get a hold of one of those. I need you to have him paint me something.
Well, you know, I'll tell you what. One of those in your house and everything just goes up, if you know what I mean.
If you can't tell, Gabe is pretty proud of his arts, as he should be. I mean, why not? So, Joe, hey, do we have a highlight from Grape Creek and TLCA?
We do.
I saw you efforting that, and I have seen it come through the pipeline.
We're bringing it up.
Okay.
Just patience.
So we're just kind of pushing along here at this
Push
point.
along, man.
Okay.
We're gonna have some good stuff.
We're vibing.
In fact, we're not gonna show anything until we get more. We get triple digits on the viewers.
Okay.
There you go.
Well,
Hey,
hey, until then, do we want to go to some final scores to maybe give some folks?
No, because I'm doing the videos.
Oh.
Do the people tell you where they're watching from? Can they do that?
Yeah.
I'd love to give a howdies out there.
All right. So for the folks that are watching right now, we'd like to know where you're from. If you have a question for Gabriel, and certainly his art.
What are you gonna ask Gabe?
I mean, you can ask him anything.
What colors go together? What goes with red? This red. This is like
black, red and black.
Black goes
Oh
with
yeah.
Covered.
Black goes with everything.
It does, yes, very good. Yeah, so if you do have a question for Gabe, whether it be arts, whether it be football,
Clothing.
clothing,
Style.
I mean, just
Can
dripping.
we get a look at the outfit again?
Oh,
I didn't get that live.
oh, you didn't.
No.
Well, this is a. What is this? This is a.
No, I'm talking. It's all the way down to the shoes, Fred.
All the way to the Cortezes.
Yeah, so we got
Well,
the,
thank
the,
you.
Play today.
the throwback Nike Cortez.
We
That's
got
what
the,
we're
we got the holy pants to wear on Sunday.
Oh, you know.
just dripping with swag tonight.
Chain game.
And too bad this is not smell-o-vision.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say anything, but
Hey, this hour is brought to you by the Cardiovascular Center for Excellence.
Oh yes, so yes, hour number 3, our final hour. We're nearing the home stretch of the show, presented by San Angelo Cardiovascular Center of Excellence and Dr. Leon and his fabulous team over there. We appreciate your sponsorship of hour number 3.
Go get a second opinion.
Yes, before you amputate. Okay. So thank you, Dr. Leon. Thank you, Dr. Leon. And we most definitely appreciate Gabriel Lucky, the esteemed artist here in San Angelo, Texas, joining us, along with Christian Gabaldon. I'm going to say Gabaldon. I'm just going to
Hey,
say.
do you think Hey Texas sent us 60 frames per second?
No.
They did
Well,
not?
no, they
How do you
did.
say your last name?
Okay.
They did.
Gabaldon. Italian.
No, it's definitely
keep
Spanish.
talking.
Oh, Spanish.
Yeah.
Gabaldon. Never heard of it. I'd
Yeah,
go
it's
with
not-
I'd
it's
go
not
with
hard.
Italian.
right.
Italiano.
Yeah.
Spanish or like
Spanish.
Really, you can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah, whatever.
Spanish is a lot
These days you
different.
can.
Oh, not Mexican.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's from
Mexican.
Spain.
Spanish is completely.
Oh.
In California, there's a lot of Spanish people, and they have like blonde hair and blue eyes, and they
Yeah.
speak like pure another. It's not even Spanish that they
Yeah.
speak, right?
That's a lot of West Texas
So
too.
what am I?
Like West Texas.
What am I?
I don't know.
It's tricky.
It is very tricky.
I'm like Prince. I'm not a woman. I'm
You're
not a man.
Gabrielle.
I'm something that you'll never understand.
You're an alien. We would
So
see
I
your
like
outer
Prince.
space.
Yeah, you know.
Is
I
your
just
last
go.
name really Lucky?
It is. Yeah, definitely. It's on my license.
It's not either.
It is.
What's your real name?
Joe, I mean,
That's
what-
like
what-
asking The Rock if that's his.
No,
or your-
I did this to Little Dog. And
Yes.
I finally got Facebook to out him.
Lima Delta.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll out me.
Yeah, they told me, yeah, this is, when I first introduced to Little Dog, they said, this is LD. I'm thinking, what are you, LD Jones?
Well, you guys are on TV, right? And y'all know that there's no business like show business, right?
Certainly. Let's go
Let's
with
just
that
go
one.
with that, right?
Absolutely.
There's no
Absolutely.
business like show business.
So your name really isn't Lucky?
It is. I mean, it is legally.
He was lucky to get that name.
I'm lucky to be here. How about that?
So am I. So, yeah, we're working this thing. We'll be there in a little bit.
So how are the games going? I pretty much wrapped up all the
Yeah,
games.
so pretty much most of them, all if not all, are have pretty much wrapped up. Okay. All right, Joe. What are we efforting one of these? Are we efforting something at this point?
Yeah,
here?
we are getting some Jim Nad highlights.
That looks like is that Jim Ned in Eastland at that point?
Yeah, it is.
You have a steady hand, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Right.
Really trying here. Triceps and biceps today.
Yeah. Oh, does it hurt? You're flexing?
All right, Gabriel Lucky joining us here on COVER1 Live. We're going to about 10:30 or so we're kind of nearing the home stretch of the show. Gabriel, thoughts of the show? I mean,
I was impressed from the front door down to the buffet station back here. You had a beautiful young lady in the front desk. I almost didn't make it to the studio, but I made it. I made it.
Kim, you made it okay.
No, everything about the studio is great. It feels like I'm on Jimmy Kimmel.
There we go.
True professionals here, and I'm just happy to be here. I really am. Thank y'all so
Absolutely.
much.
Talking a little high school football, talking a little art, talking a little Gabriel Lucky, and just, I mean, the swag of Gabriel Lucky here.
The life. The
Yeah,
life.
the life.
Oh, I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy for everything going on in my life right now. Everything's looking up. We're on the backside of the COVID. I don't care what anybody says. We're on the backside of it.
There we go.
And I think the whole world has a lot to look forward to. You know,
I like that.
Just stay safe and keep your head up, and I feel like.
Sound like y'all about to leave.
No, I'm just saying, if everybody lives their life.
We got another half hour to go, man.
If everybody lives their life, you know, like I wake up in the mornings, you know, it makes for a beautiful day. How about that?
There we go. I like that. I like
You
that
know?
frame. That whole thought.
It's a
process
positive
there.
mindset, you know.
Absolutely.
And that's
yeah.
what I live by, you know.
Yeah, so some surprising scores. Well, I guess just some interesting scores tonight. Wall, San Antonio, Cornerstone Christian. The Hawks falling to Cornerstone tonight, 24-6. So they'll look to kind of right the ship next week. The Lakeview Chiefs falling on homecoming night, 58-40. And then let's see where the Hawks are playing next week. So it's. You know, you really can't keep that program down. These guys known for kind of bouncing back. Houston guy, yes,
oh yeah, they're
Houston guy is known for just rounding up the troops there. They've had a pretty good tough 2 games in the last 2 weeks. They started off with Eastland, then Cisco, pretty much just took down all of Eastland County there.
Those guys are still winners, though. I mean,
yeah, oh yeah, no
championship baseball team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, A-class people out there, so. They're still winners.
Yeah, absolutely. So next week, they get the Mason Punchers here or there out in the east end of Tom Green County. So, yeah, you better believe it's going to be another Rock'em Sock'em Robots kind of matchup for the Wall Hawks. And then, so here they're going to round off the next few weeks. They'll get Midland Christian out in Midland. So that's always been a very a good game. It's kind of turned somewhat of a rivalry over the last few years. I do not believe that Shiner is on that schedule any longer. So I believe they did fill that with someone else, but then they'll begin to start the district season.
We need to go to Jim Ned.
All right, let me pull that one up there. All right, so yeah, take us away, Joe. Skolta, if you will. Here, Brian Fielding on the ground. Jim Ned, Brian Fielding there with the tackle, but the Indians come back and give it right back to Weissert, and he breaks free for the Jim Ned touchdown. Look at this kid go.
He go.
Boom goes the what?
Dynamite.
Boom goes the dynamite. 7-0 Jim Ned. Eastland ball.
Hey.
Back come the Mavs, but after the celebrations, they're going to have to punt. This is a moon scraper, to say the least. Jim Ned kid muffs it. Ball, Jim Ned breathes a sigh of relief as it rolls out of bounds. Then it's Tate Yardley going in the air. Hauled in by Austin Martin for the big gain. Then it's Yardley with the quarterback keeper, and look at this kid go.
He might just go.
The way, 14-0 Jim Ned. And let's get a final score from Tuscola. I believe it was, let's see.
Hey, I need some camera on them. Give me some camera. There we go.
All right, so 42-14. Jim Ned wins that one over the Eastland Mavericks tonight. So that one courtesy of K-Texas, ABC out of Abilene, and that one.
We got some wall stuff coming.
All right, so the full shot sheet coming up from Wall. Let's see.
So I take it Central didn't play today, didn't they?
No.
They did
So
not for
yeah,
2
so
more weeks.
yeah, 2 more weeks.
Okay, they just started practicing. That's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
So kind of how it works right now. It's the kids 6-man through 4A. They start for the first month of the season. This is all COVID-based stuff. And then we start, and then the kids of 5A and 6A get it cranked up at the end of this month.
Okay.
And then so we're gonna have high school football all the way till about mid-January.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's if you dig the high school football game, you know, if you're a true fan, if you're a nerd, you know, kind of like yours truly right here, you may be in for a treat. If not, then well, hey, it's high school football. It's just football in general to go along.
Now, was that just in Texas, the 5 and 6A
Yeah,
deal? Okay.
yeah, that's just in the state of Texas. Some of the northern states, you know, they decided to kind of hold off. I believe California decided to hold off. Oregon decided to hold off.
It's strange right now.
I know Florida, they decided to move forward. Pretty much Florida and Texas and a lot of the southern states said, hey, we're playing ball. I don't care what you think.
Right.
I don't care what you say. We're doing it anyway. Let's see.
It's called
All right, so as we speak, we are efforting some Wall Hawks highlights to go along with that.
Yep, that's it. And you'll have the interview.
All right. So any voiceover needed?
Let's see. Let's pass along some scores to you. Week three.
Gabe, you're supposed to tell jokes when Manny gets stuck.
Oh, okay. Is that my job?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all should have told me from the
That's your
get-go.
job.
All right, Anson and Dublin. Anson leading, and then I'm pretty sure this one is close to being final score, 44-28 over Dublin. This one, a final score. Lamb passes the Badgers. This is a former rival of the Lakeview Chiefs. Lamb passes 57-28 all over the Wimberley Texans. Salina, Argyle, that's a true battle of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, the smaller schools. Argyle all over Salina tonight, 35-21. Cal Allen, Waco, La Vega. How about this finish tonight? The Pirates taking down Cal Allen 21-13 in that one.
Real good.
Man, that was actually in a neutral site played in San Marcos tonight. Cisco, Breckenridge, all Big Damn Lobos. Gabe, do you know why I'm allowed to say Big Damn Lobos of Cisco?
I have no idea.
Would you question why anyone would say the Big Damn Lobos of Cisco?
And I wouldn't. No, it just sounds like it goes. It sounds like it goes.
Doesn't it sound pretty epic? But okay, so there is actually a dam there. Folks in Cisco are proud of the dam.
Oh, okay.
So
well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So they refer to their team the Big Damn Lobos.
So unless you have a dam in your town, don't go around.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can't just say the damn bot.
I can't say Gabriel damn Lucky.
Yeah, you may not want to say that one there.
All
Get your shot sheet for Wall.
I'm learning all kinds of things today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brought to you by Eggemeyer's.
Let's see, where did we go? All right.
You mean I'm ready before you are, Manny?
Oh, that is impossible, sir. I got you. All right, so let's cruise out to Wall, the east end of Tom Green County. There, and then how about a look at this Cornerstone Christian band? Yeah, they're
jamming.
about to play. They're jamming. They're ready to go here. Hey, how about here? A little read option handed off there, courtesy of Matt Trammell on the videography here. Cornerstone Christian getting in the end zone there. But back come the Hawks. Drew Morrison. This kid does have a pretty decent arm, but right here, the kid in the wrong color uni kind of comes up with the INT there. Oski going the other way.
A little underthrown there.
Yeah, but here comes Cornerstone Christian. Look at this defense here. Craig Slaughter gonna love that.
Nice.
Yeah. Woo! A little coughing it up there.
Fumbleia.
Football there. So back come the Hawks. Wall snaps the punt into the own end zone. Yeah. Recovered by the defense for the touchdown. You don't see that too often. Then Cornerstone Christian, these kids can ball, and they love to throw it all over the lot. And he is G to the O-N-E, gone. Yeah, he's headed for pay dirt there. Slow motion action.
Look at that.
Yeah, not going to get him tonight. Then a little later, 50-plus yard field goal. That is good. Not too shabby.
Nice.
Yeah, all San Antonio Cornerstone Christian tonight, 24-6. After the game, head coach Houston Guy.
With Lost Springs experience, so what did y'all learn tonight?
It's one of those things. That's a very good football club from San Antonio. We knew that the speed of the game and the athletes on the perimeter were going to be big to keep everything in front of us. Defensively, I thought we played lights out. To keep those guys to 7 at halftime. We had 2 drives that we felt like stalled out on us. We probably could have. If we don't throw a pick on one, maybe come down and at least get in field goal range before the time runs out on us. But those are things that we live and learn with. Defensively, they were very physical up front. That's probably the toughest defense we'll see all year long. When the defensive tackle weighs 310 and the other defensive tackle weighs about 400, that's hard to get any gaps in there. So, it's one of those things. Our kids battle. And I knew they would. I thought that coming in, I knew our kids would fight. I was glad that we came out of this injury-free. I'm ready to move on to the next one.
There was a quarterback change late. Was that due to injury, fatigue, or what?
Yeah, more fatigue. Drew was getting beat up. He was playing both sides of the ball. When you play Mike linebacker and you have to run, you're just trying to fill the hole on defense every time. And he was taking some shots on defense and he was taking some shots on offense. I just felt like it was time. He needed a break. And so, not anything that he had done wrong. When Gabe came in, it was a little shot in the arm. He did a really good job of running the option like we knew he could. Give us a little spark, and it's exactly what we needed. And he made a good run there at the end to score.
When you get down the road in y'all's playoff run, usually you'll see a team like this that just spreads the ball out and throws it. Do you think this is going to help y'all later on down the road?
No doubt. When you can play teams that spread you out and make you play in space with athletes like they got, it's just going to pay dividends down the road. And both sides of the ball. Offensively, when we go see a defense that's going to be, loaded like they were with cats like they got, it'll help us out with blocking and holding blocks and sustaining those blocks, and making sure we read the right read and get the pitch to the right guy.
Last one, just some guys, when you're down late and big, sometimes your frustration goes up. What were you telling your guys to kind of keep their heads up?
It's one of those things. We're coming out at halftime and we're trying to get a first down. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for our first down, and hopefully that's going to come at some point in time. And we struggled there. We snapped the ball over the punter's head and ended up going in the end zone and failed to get it out. But it's one of those things. Just keep battling. It's one of those things. It's not the end of the world. It's not a playoff game. It's a learning experience right now that we're going to take and we're going to build on tomorrow morning. And I think they grew tonight as a football team. I think they're going to be better next week than they were this week.
All right, so that was Houston Guy. Unfortunately, falling just a little shy tonight. So a very good San Antonio Cornerstone Christian team. Nothing to just shy away or be disappointed about. 24-6 that they fall to those guys there. That was the first home loss since the 2018 home opener against the Mason Punchers. Christian, we were just talking about that. We did see a score there from Joe. Bring it back to Miles and Roscoe. We saw this one here.
Bulldogs.
The Miles Bulldogs getting it together tonight. The kids from Runnels County putting it on the Roscoe Plowboys 29-7. That is a final score from that area of Texas there. Smithville Shiner. Wow, Shiner just keeping it going. 41-12 all over Smithville tonight. Anson, Dublin, all Tigers 44-28 all on top of the Lions. Lampasas, Wimberley, the Badgers taking care of the Texans tonight, 57-28 final score. Salina, Argyle, big game out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, 35-21, Argyle on top of Salina tonight. Cal Allen, Waco, La Vega in San Marcos tonight. The La Vega Pirates 21-13 over Cal Allen. Tonight's scores presented by Deersky and Deersky Realtors. Big thanks to those folks over there. Breckenridge, Cisco, the Big Damn Lobos. There they are, Gabe. 14-0 on the Bucks there. Wink and Alpine. Woo! All the Wildcats. They're staying undefeated with this dub tonight on top of the Bucks. 38-20. Comanche early. Gabe, give us some insight here. What the score in here?
Comanche 35, early 7 in the final score. Blowout.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. Yeah, that about says it there.
Comanche showed up early, did not.
Somebody did not.
Came early? I don't know.
Early left early.
Early?
They checked out.
They okay. We'll keep it going.
Close.
Coleman 15, Brady 12, final. That was a good game.
Wasn't Brady on top early in the game?
I believe so. I believe they did have an edge there. Coleman, the Blue Cats seemed to put it together. So it goes to show you're never out of a ball game. Winners and bangs. The Dragons 42-19 on the Blizzards tonight. Ballinger in Colorado City. Man, C-City, they got the safety. 34-2. Ballinger, your winner tonight at homecoming night. Wall and Cornerstone Christian. We just saw the highlight and Houston Guy talk about this one. 24-6. Cornerstone Christian, your winner tonight. Coahoma and El Dorado. Wow. Man, defense was optional tonight. 59-34, Coahoma.
Are you sure that's not a 6-man?
I know.
Big 12 game right there. Big 12.
35. Well, yeah, certainly a Big 12 game. That's a very good assessment of that. China Springs 35-14. So Brownwood now they are 1-2 on the season. Dumas, they're winners tonight over Perryton 30-0. in that one. Sonora and Cristobal. Hey, how about my Cougs? My hometown Cristobal Cougs.
It's a good game.
Yeah, that was a great game. That was the first ever meeting between the two programs. Cristobal, your winner, 22-14. Canadian Bushland, the Wildcats, beat winners tonight against the Falcons there. Holly and Merkel, 35-21. The Bearcats on top lead, or take care of the Badgers. Stanford Childress, the Bulldogs over the Bobcats, 58-14. It's a final score. TLCA, Grape Creek. Somebody had to win this one. Both teams winning 0-2. Somebody came away with the dub. They were the Grape Creek Eagles. Sweetwater Mustangs getting the best of the Lakeview Chiefs tonight on a homecoming night, 58-40. That's a final score from San Angelo Stadium.
I mean, Lakeview pounded on some numbers at the end, didn't
They
they?
did. I mean, they're a spread offense. They know how to move the football.
They were a scoring team last year.
They know how to do it.
Yep.
They know how to do it. I don't think I don't think these guys should certainly hold their heads low either. They're a program that can certainly do some things. Jim Ned and Eastland. Wow, Jim Ned. Man, so Baron Morton, this kid, the starting QB1 for Eastland. He's headed to Texas Tech next season. He's a highly touted recruit that's going to play in the Big 12.
Is he on the show?
Well, he was on Eastland. He's the starting QB1 for Eastland. I'm not too sure what happened there tonight. Apparently, the train fell off the tracks in Tuscola for them as the Indians. Jim Ned gets the best of them, 62-20. Strawn Bryson, 6-man action, 44-16. The Greyhounds the winner tonight. Goldthwait only 48-8. The Eagles on top of the Cubs. Highland Blackwell 42-22. Highland your winner. Very best Robert Lee. Christian, how about this game here tonight?
What a game. Robert Lee barely squeezing by Very Best, 33-32. That's final.
Man.
Wow.
Robert Lee, these guys coming off they got waxed last week by Erie and County, but then again, I'm pretty sure we'll get to that Erie and County Fort Davis score, and you'll see what I'm talking about, Gabe. Rankin, your winner tonight. Or Rankin, they were winning in this one, came up a little shy against Borden County. That's a Texas high school football 6-man powerhouse out of the Lubbock area, Borden County. Winner tonight over Rankin, 40-34. Moving along, Post and Littlefield. The Antelopes, 58-6 winners over the Littlefield Wildcats. Maybe. Amarillo River Road, Wellington, 26-20. The Skyrockets, your winner. Refugio, winners tonight over Edna.
Not yet. It's still quarter four. We're in some quarter fours now, so let's go ahead and go live with the camera. Are y'all ready?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we are most certainly ready. So we saw San Saba, Mason. In fact, that's a good way to segue into as we come back on camera. San Saba and Mason. Mason that's who the Hawks, the Wall Hawks, will face next week here in the Easton and Tom Green County. The Hawks, of course, coming off just a tough loss, 24-6 to a very good San Antonio Cornerstone Christian team.
San Saba's going to beat Wall?
No.
No, Mason.
Mason is playing Wall next week, Joe.
Oh, the Punchers.
In Mason.
Here.
In Mason.
In Wall.
Yeah.
They're in Wall?
That's going to be a good game to go watch.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, it's going to be in Wall or Mason?
No, it's going to be in Wall. So for our good friend Clint.
Wall would have nothing but home games.
I know, that's what I was going to say.
Well, for the I mean that's how it just shook out with all the COVID scheduling.
I'll have to call my friend.
So yes.
Right?
So it's a good thing if you're a Wall Hawks fan that the COVID happened so you can watch all the games. Home games.
So our good friend Clint Raganall will likely be on the game. We're going to have to be there at the game. We're going to have to invite Clint on the show at some point this season. And we might have to have you and Clint on the same set.
Oh, God.
I think
this is a family show.
Yeah, Clint may or may do you think he would be asked to leave the show?
No, he's a good guy. I think
stand-up guy, Clint Raganall.
And he's made for TV.
Oh, yeah.
He's made for TV, definitely.
Yeah, so at some point we're going to have to get old Raganall on the show. Of course, his MRI company, Angelo MRI, is a proud sponsor of our highlights. So thank you to Angelo MRI. Joe, how does the jingle go for Angelo MRI?
It's your health.
It's your health.
Your choice.
Your choice.
Your MRI.
Your MRI. So there we go.
So
Angelo
it's
MRI.
About, $400 or $500 for an MRI, which is pretty cheap.
I found my favorite song getting an MRI there. I got an MRI and they gave me headphones and let me listen to music for like the whole hour and a half I was in
It took
there.
an hour and a half to an MRI?
Yeah, man, I was in there. I fell asleep. dreaming about that song.
Okay. Well, there we go for your MRI needs.
If you need them. Thank God I've never had to have an MRI. But if I ever do,
Angelo
that's
MRI.
where I'm going.
Yeah, so we're going to have to get Clint Raganall on the show at some point this season. So some big games coming up next week. We'll see what both Wall and Lakeview can come up with. My Cristobal Cougs, winners tonight, so they are now 2-1 on the season. Yeah, I'm going to do a golf clap for them. Grape Creek coming out with a win tonight over St. Angelo TLCA.
Wait. So you're saying Cristobal is 2-1?
2-1.
Just like Wall?
Yeah. Whoa.
They're tied.
Wait a minute. we're still in two different kind of leagues of football.
Oh, they're both like 2A, aren't they?
No. Wall is Class 3A Division 1. Cristobal Class 2A Division 2.
Cristobal's bigger than Wall.
No, Cristobal's smaller than Wall.
Smaller
Yeah.
than Wall.
Oh, okay.
Not for long.
Well, we'll
That's where
see.
everyone's moving.
It's growing.
Yeah.
Except that a lot of people that live in Cristobal this week got stuck on the other side of the Concho River. If you've been reading San Angelo.
Oh.
So whoever owns that subdivision over there needs to fix the bridge thing.
Okay, so they'll call Bill Ford, maybe?
Maybe call Bill Ford.
Okay.
I got a cell phone right here.
All right.
Now, Bill Ford is the county commissioner.
Bill Ford is the county commissioner for the
and
folks
he's
down there.
responsible for bridges.
Okay, the southern end of Tom Green County. That's kind of his district, isn't it?
As long as they open it up before that concert they got out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They're at Cooper's?
Yes,
Cooper's.
Coopers.
Coopers.
We're not in Abilene, buddy. We're not in Abilene. We're in San Angelo, Texas. Coop. The Coop. We just say Coop.
No, so Cristobal, it's Cooper.
Well, they got.
But
I
in
bought
Abilene, it would
tickets
be Coopers.
to go see Parker McCollum.
Okay.
Nice.
So that we're gonna go.
Parker McCollum has the song of the COVID. You know, it's been a hell of a year.
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a
My wife bought tickets. She wants to go see him. She said he's so good looking. I said, "Girl, give me a guitar.
Give me a guitar.
Save your money. Give
There
me
we
a guitar."
go.
We
Yeah.
interviewed Parker, didn't we, Joe?
I don't remember.
I think we did.
Yeah.
He was sweet.
No. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Christian, are you a Texas country music
I
fan?
am. I enjoy Parker and
Yeah.
of course Co.
Yeah.
Yes.
You like
Co Wetzel?
Parker?
Co
course,
Wetzel.
yes.
And
Oh,
Co
yeah.
Wetzel.
Yes, sir.
You know, Co Wetzel's left the reservation.
No, he's quite the musician.
He's
I wasn't a fan, and then I started listening to him, and man, he turned me on.
He's
to
not
him, man.
bad.
He's not bad.
In
You
fact,
got to give him 4 songs, and then you got to listen
I'll
to
buy
those 4
that.
songs 3
Four
times.
songs.
I'll buy
You
that.
got-
What songs should we listen to?
Love.
Wetzel?
It's about.
Yes.
Can I say this?
Yes.
Can I say this live? Love is about a stripper from San Angelo, Texas. And I didn't say that. Co Wetzel said that. Did you know that?
I did not
So
know
who
that.
is it?
A dancer, an entertainer. That's what I should have
An
said.
exotic dancer?
Who is the stripper from San Angelo, Texas?
I don't know.
The dancer.
If I knew,
No,
I'd.
you're supposed to call him a dancer.
Yeah,
Unless you're Yantha Screen.
Yes, the dancer.
the dancer.
I wouldn't put it past Coda.
You know, there's
So did you know? So if I just happened to stumble. I was watching him on YouTube,
That's
and
a good song.
and he said, me and my good friend Parker McCollum wrote this song about a dancer from San Angelo, Texas.
Is that right?
Right.
And I didn't. So I was like, okay,
You know,
that's cool.
there's another famous Texas country song by a Texas country singer that's written about a girl from San Angelo.
Aaron Watson.
But she
Aaron
wasn't.
Watson?
She wasn't a
Yeah.
dancer.
No.
She was a heartbreaker. She broke.
Well, they
Aaron
all are.
Watson's-
They all are. They all are.
She
They are.
broke Aaron Watson's heart.
Imagine that.
Yeah, and I met her years later, and she says, you know, I'm San Angelo. You know, the
Oh
song
yeah.
is San
But how do
Angelo.
you know though?
Because they used to date in college.
But how do you know?
Okay.
I know.
Because he's Joe High.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Did she break your heart? Did she break your heart?
No, she didn't break my heart. She broke Aaron Watson's heart. She just told me about
That's
how
why
she
Aaron
broke.
Watson's so down.
Does she want you to break? Did you want
No.
her to break your heart?
No, she's a married woman now.
We have love advice from Gabriel Lucky here.
Oh, Gabriel, you're trying to bring down our show.
I love when they break my heart. I love heartbreakers, right?
There we are.
But she is a heartbreaker. She broke Aaron Watson's heart.
I wish somebody'd write a song about me. What do you think?
That'd be great. Yeah.
Not for breaking hearts.
Oh,
For getting my heart broken.
I think they did. They didn't call him Mr. Bojangles.
All right, and as we move on, as we kind of put the hay in the barn for this show here tonight.
I wonder if they had finished all the scores. Do you think they finished all the scores?
Oh, you never know,
You
Joe.
know, we could probably yell if you finished the scores.
So they're still playing football out there, huh?
Well, I'm probably certain they are not. They've probably
Well,
wrapped
we
up a
do
lot
have,
of
we
the
do
games.
have some games that we've got some updates on that have been canceled and things like
Okay.
that. Let's run through about 10 or 12 slides. Give guys a final on the scores.
Okay. All
and
right.
then we'll sign off.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's do it.
So this game was canceled. Cromwell and Richland Springs.
Kroll. That they call it Kroll.
So they're gonna.
Not like Rodney Crowell. We're talking
Kroll.
about Kroll.
Kroll.
Kroll. So that's kind of like Cooper.
Are you sure? Like
Yeah.
Cooper?
like Evelyn Cooper.
Cooper.
Kroll.
Kroll.
Here's a final out of Mason.
Hey, there we go. The Dillas pitching a shutout tonight, 32-0.
Against the Mason Punchers.
Yep.
It's actually pronounced Mason.
Mason punched up. Oh man.
What else we got? Edna. Refugio. Or for the folks down in the coastal bend, southern end of Texas, Refugio.
It's actually, that's the Bohemian Belt.
Okay. 42-21.
Yeah, 42-21. Thank you, Gabriel. Miles Roscoe. Yeah, the Plowboys, falling a little shy tonight to the Bulldogs.
Shout out to Miles.
29-7. Yeah, shout out Miles.
Look at that Shiner. Shiners continue to win.
Shiner, Smithville, 41-12. Christian, what do we got with some of these other scores here?
We got Anson over Dublin in this one, 44-28, pulling away with that one. Lampasas over Wimberley as well, 57-28, high-scoring games here. Argyle over Salina.
Yep.
And Waco La Vega and Cal Allen, this was a big game coming in. Waco La Vega pulls through with it, 21-13. Cisco over Breckenridge, also pitched a shutout. Not much offense, 14-0. And Wink over Alpine, 38-20 in that one. Comanche and Comanche, the Indians pulled through with this one, 35-7. And 15-12, Coleman pulls through over Brady in this one. The Blizzards and the Dragons pulled through 42-19. Ballinger and Sea City, Ballinger 34-2. And then San Antonio Cornerstone Christian pulls through on this one, 24-6. Coahoma 59-34 over the Eagles, Coach Long's Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
And China Springs, we saw this game 35-14 over Brownwood at Brownwood. Tough loss for them. Dumas pitches a shutout versus Perryton, 30-0 for the Cristoval, 22-14.
Yeah.
You're so biased, Manny.
I like that one. 22-14, we'll take it.
And then Canadian, 46-19 over Bushland in that one.
And one more.
Hawley, 35-21 over Merkel. In that one, that's final as well.
All right, so plenty of good stuff tonight. We had a lot of good highlights. Thank you to all of our videographers, James Bellini, Brent Blinka, and Matt Trammell. And, of course, to our sponsors of the highlights, Eggemeyer's General Store and Angelo MRI. Gabriel Lucky, we've had a lot of fun with you tonight. It's been fun.
Thank y'all so much.
Yeah. We've also had the pleasure of having Mason Matthews, firefighter, first responder.
And this just in, Mason Matthews scared of the push-up contest. Back to you out there.
Yeah. So we heard it first. Strong words from a strong man.
Hey, don't hate the messenger. They're reporting out there.
They're reporting. Yeah. There we go. So Mason Matthews, he's always he's a friend of the Cover One live show, as is Gabriel Lucky. We've had a big thanks to all of the folks who are helping out tonight. Janessa Nunez, the folks Janice Green and Sonia Ramirez Munoz for helping us out with scores. And, of course, Joe Hyde, our publisher and director of the show, punching it up with the X's and O's. The ones and twos is what I would like to call it. He would say otherwise.
3s and 4s. It's late.
It's late, as Joe Hyde says. All right. Well, guys, how about we just say goodbye? It's been fun. It's been real.
It's been fun. I just want to say my heart's out to all the people at 9/11 who were impacted. The whole country was impacted on this day. And so my heart's out to y'all, and God bless you all. I love y'all. Go America.
Absolutely. And, of course, you can catch Gabriel's art, Dream the Product. This is one of the many stickers that he does have available. 45 himself. Not too shabby there, Gabriel.
Thank you.
I
Thank
do
you very
like
much.
that.
Thank you.
If you support something on the left, you may not like that, but that's for
I'm
the
typically
program.
not a political artist. I'm more of a pop art.
Well,
But
Gabe, what encouraged you to do a Donald Trump sticker?
well, it's funny you ask because it was I decided to go live on Facebook on his impeachment day, and I remember I was talking to some friends. I said, "This is gonna make me or break me," but I didn't do it for any political purpose other than painting our president. And it was impeachment, and I got to feed my family, so kind of makes sense, right?
How much do you sell them for?
They're up there.
Were they
Art is
paintings?
not
Were they
cheap.
paintings or are they stickers?
No, these are paintings. These are paintings. It was a 6 foot. This was a 6 foot
Yeah,
painting.
that was a big one.
While Trump is getting impeached,
He was getting
and
impeached.
everyone's yelling about Trump. You're in your studio.
Yes, I went
painting
live.
Trump.
Correct. I went live on Facebook. I did a live painting of Trump. It went viral. There was thousands of people. Actually, Trump tweeted me the next day. The next morning, Donald Trump himself tweeted me and gave me a shout out. So that was very impressive. And my family was very proud of me for that.
Did you make prints of it and multiple copies? Or
Of the tweet?
No.
Or
No, well, yeah,
I
did you
should.
make the tweet too?
I should. There's not too many guys from San Angelo, Texas getting,
No, did you make copies of the Trump painting that you did on Facebook?
I did not make copies of it. It was a one of a kind. It has been sold. From what I hear, it was purchased by the Republican Party. It's on tour here in America somewhere. But I did make stickers for people, for Yetis, bumpers, whatever,
And you've put some of those stickers around Texas, wherever you've been, haven't you?
I've seen them around Texas.
Are
But
you-
I've
yeah,
actually
okay.
I've actually mailed them to 38 of the 48 states
Have
here in
you ever
America.
been to Blaine?
Of the lower 48.
Ever
The
been
lower
to
40.
Blaine's?
Have I ever?
You know.
Have you been to Blaine's?
Blaine's Pub?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Who hasn't?
Okay, so in the men's restroom.
Yes. There's one there.
There's one in the urinal with the other guys.
Oh, is there?
Well, they have I don't know who they got in there. They got like Clay Walker. They have these national country stars.
Right.
In the urinal.
Georgia, Florida line.
I just want to know who's in charge of putting them into the urinals.
So is there one there? Is that what you're getting at?
So I'm asking you, are you putting these stickers in the urinals or are you putting them
Oh,
on the wall?
no, definitely. I would never disrespect our country like that.
Okay.
Never.
Can't piss off the president. Oh.
Plus, he knows he's in a center-right organization. Center-right.
No, I would never do something like that. All love here.
Yes, most definitely. All love. Gabriel, we appreciate
Thank y'all so much.
you being on the show tonight. Thank you all for joining us, for sharing comments on Facebook, for watching us tonight on Cover1 Live. This has been week 3 of the Texas High School Football Show. Highlights, scores, all night long. For the Cover1 Live crew, I'm Manny Diaz, Christian Gabaldon, Gabriel Lucky. We will see you next week. Good night.
Good night.